This season on Kerr Fatou.
Who is engaging them too?
No.
Fatou.
I am not at liberty to say yes or no.
Oli.
For us, every day is a new opportunity to make sure our first impressions are always our best and to see possibilities on the horizon, to make our facilities and services more accessible and find freedom all around us. With a location proximity to active markets, with a liberal air transportation policy, that daily pursuit is how we turn everyday opportunities for you. For all destination marketing support, customized packages for new existing airlines and operators, and for a highly ranked tourist destination, the Gambia Civil Aviation Authority is here to serve. We regulate air transport, operate and manage BIA technical requirements merged with commercial considerations. We have experienced and well-trained aviation professionals to cater for your needs. For investment opportunities in building airport hotels, shopping malls, playground for children, do contact us on 4472-831, 4472-893. Gambia Civil Aviation Authority. We go beyond daily.
When we touch down, better broke down.
With Gamtel G-Fiber, now you can enjoy super fast internet in gigabytes. G-Fiber is affordable, stable, secured, and accessible to homes, businesses, and enterprises. With Gamtel G-Fiber, the future is speed. Gamtel, creating a brighter future in communication.
And do small or big projects with the same dedication and commitment as we do. With a reputation as the leading printing company in the country, when it comes to major projects and innovative solutions, we always deliver in high quality, thus receiving the trust and confidence of our clients. From the moment your order is placed to when it is delivered, we believe in exceeding expectations from the sales manager to the production team, the account manager, and the person delivering your material. We have state-of-the-art equipment and a highly experienced and competent workforce that enables us to deliver top quality work on time. At reasonable prices, we provide our clients with multiple solutions right from conceptualizing, designing, printing, binding, publishing, and distribution. For all your printing requirements, we are strategically located at the Sankumsila Highway, the Gambia Printing and Publishing Corporation. We print what you desire.
Every young Gambian dreams of a university degree. He wants a good paying job after graduation, a pretty wife, and ultimately own a dream home.
What if I can't afford my desired dream home?
And that is why you need to visit Universal Properties.
We specialize in customer satisfaction. We listen to every of our clients' needs when we show the properties to our clients. Before you know it, you hear the client saying,
I like this house.
This is the room that cuts my heart.
And most of the time, they cling to the door, never to let go. Most clients want to close the deal right there. And that is why we always have their contracts in the trunk of our cars. We work at our client's pace. No haggle, no hassle.
We're waiting for you at our office in Caraba Avenue here in the Gambia.
Assalamu alaikum badigol ngal bismillah na Kerr Fatou programme to ngami natale aramisa jang GRTS ani mol mini alon ko wolle kan no na Facebook page on Kerr Fatou ani fanan na YouTube channel to loko bi ko tenke ngal bismillah programme kacha doto bayri nalo no kan no all this while nga minken wolon ka women in politics nga katale ka patiol be soto jang But you do we sent requests and they were not able to make it. So going forward, we are moving on. But definitely we have a show coming, Women in Politics program or Mialonko. By Jelako by 2021 kanana musola participation in politics akumata baleke by olinka for watu musoleka mansakil sindi musoleka deputy sindi musoleka councilor sindi woto wolfana mumuleti nyanko they should be at the seat of on the table so wana akumata no program okay mo jamaya appreciate bake so we're looking forward to this program that we about to launch inshallah purka parendirek. This is part of this program that we are putting forward before election 2021 elections. Mufeniti Mialonko Gamenul Bay are looking forward to it. So we're back to our political series, Oli, and today being Momis Otajawolo Lamin S. Dembati. Lamin is the Diaspora chairman of the National People's Party. Mupati Kutoti Mialonko Science and Alota. Bari bi kachabe dula bari NPP kacha jamale nyanta kala bi Oli. So Lamin ngebi simila Kerr Fatou for the first time.
Baraka ba Kerr Fatou, baraka Oli. Nkontanta katral fe jambi. Ko ya fo nyamin ya musol mala political andum ge kumata bakere ntol lord labe ni na parti fo je NPP nga musol sembenti ya kumasli han kabrim parti mallo bari kontanta bela jibelal be kontona ba fo bismillah je pleasure pour katara jam.
In communication, connectivity is everything. We ensure that the links never sleep. Quantities and qualities, all in our data service, providing efficient, reliable voice and data service. We believe if you're not up to speed, then you're going backwards. Communications have to flow as fast as the speed of light. Whatever business you're in, having someone who understands your needs is critical. That is why we just don't offer you technology, we offer you solutions. Enjoy Gamcel's internet broadband anytime, anywhere. Your national operator, Gamcel, Yaibaram.
Kañ NPP pour ñu am nañ fi waxtaan bi na ne torop ba den comme niñ ko waxee rek Women in Series mu nekkoon loo xam ne ñu ngi ko doon def waaye dinañ ci am pour delluwaat because I mean ñëpp a ko rafetlu and then ba tey ñu ngi am nit yoo xam ne léegi-léegi ñu ko la ne doo leen isi diw sangam doo leen isi diw sangam te du em rek si political parties yi waaye dinañ xool jigéen ñëpp ñi nga xam ne daal ñu ngi yëngu si loo xam ne politique la waaye ñu dalal la rek Mr Lamin Demba su ko defee ñu dugg si biir waxtaan bi nga gis ñoo leeralal lu bari si fi NPP seen taxawaay seen toogaay ak li nit ñi war a séntu si ñoom waaye loolu yëpp dinañ ci dugal.
Inshallah. So saying Lamin nga commence dron jumalo Lamin S Dembati for my viewers ñu na sinya Flow TV na Kerr Fatou jumalo Lamin Dembati
so nyala Lamin S Demba nguluta janne nyomi ka fo sate mi bankam ngaranta St Michael's Primary School bari in sabatita latakunda jaman from there continental karangola ka fo school mi the Institute for Continuing Education ICE junior secondary and senior secondary. From there, information technology ke MDI, nata continue kata Greenwich College, daming along advanced diplomatic ke management information system. But kabondi woto nga filo falling entata London Metropolitan University, je nga international relations ke, ani ngamira sai ikafole previous ikafole political science. Nata continue ka LLB ke in law. The same university, London Metropolitan. Then from there, another continue University of Westminster in London, LLB, LPC, and LLM. You know, Lamin S Demba.
Loyalty, absolutely.
Yes.
And at a very young age also, that looks very impressive.
Yes, definitely. Well, Lamin, come on, you can Lamin, you will like. Lu tax nga dugg ci politique because usually yombul ngay gis young people who are educated di dugg ci politique ci sun settings bi fii.
Politics is part of everything. Politics will like a decision make. ite ku jela hani na dino do politiko bi jele bar dunia ka tamani politiko la fan wo kumata bake and secondly ko nga fo nyamin mam mejo politiko to bake comme loi bar politique mo kulet mi na passion len kawrim bijang ntol benung UDP le ngamirante nganna student visa sotole kata study la Angleterre o time wala UDP coalition o ke 2021 nganna visa landile dunda ka campaign o ke wo coalition o
2001
2001 I think
yeah
around that kat wo time wala entire story la
okay.
but wo be kala wato minna atra nganna admission soto pour kata bar ngal landile on hol ntara ka banko jay because wo time o system o min bijang ntol man shongala ngamira ko system do nyanta kala jam min fishata so abe wo nyamale politiko nyin abe ko beleto niya bondi mi o min tero katitala dunia ka tamani politiko wala ati nan dunda politiko
so akuma ya tabake nga moja maje wala tina nga foja ni UDP mola kacha BNPP ni ajobe abe mu UDP mola ya foja nga iko mu UDP le ti sai mu NPP mu ne wo transition o nata nyaadile muna tin bota UDP tata NPP nata iko mu UDP le tinu
be UDP non kelo nyin dimitano kadu mobe bota kala mutale minketa bari kabirin tata da fo ngamira nka min nyinenu nga woshotole kadu ni nyinen ka mansakunda chentale even do anata ni nyala miyalo ndol na nyaton ko mintinu wo man na traje at the time but na miraloto kabirin alanata mo bonding kono miyalong UDP la fasha UDP anata ni wosilola anjikita ko nyanta wo sembenti yalale wole be sono yala patio fangla karola ka wo sembenti dina dan ka kala kuto wulendi ntela miraloto o kamana dal mole fana mi yalon kabra binala ala political inexperience a wetandi banko bella ko alsika funna ngata nte dum kabirin wo lum foloto mbe lord lamin do mangu mu foto kadu ya e president ya be nyami morning experience bi kanaje ika develop like as it goes and amanna londi shotola londo kumata je bari president yam place le mi yalon ika experience min genje akumata ha kabirin July 22nd na previous president kabra na ta mol ka wala fo ate banko sambalano bari ay marajan sanji morning fula and wo sanji morning fula kono ku jaw jamala keta bar ku bete jamala fanan keta andu ngajala improve tan so on jikita ko ni UDP bambuta nyin ko nga push no wala be sone ala dina dan ka silo bulaka kele kuto kumas ngay na mira roto nte nga mira wala mu direction no nyanta tala minna asisone ya patio se meñi banko marala dina dan ning divide unfortunately wala natake ntol du nga wo mira ro min soto be lori wala kan hanisay ko ninga fasha habital
ninga fasa habital ole
okay so the UDP moved to NPP why time bobu no there was no NPP so it was still one UDP so it wasn't like ne bala ngena create lenen ngen dem fen because NPP is actually the creation so foglo won it would have been better mu neka bete UDP ngen under them than ngena breakaway because breakaway bi ndax dina baax ci both parties
breakaway bi baaxul ci fen amam bete karato ba bitum executive power at the time abe President Barrow Bulu abe presiding over transition government la even though ngajele mbadingol be fasaro ke akanne o time comme in particular be along the line division on atakele min keta in detail among ko ena baring ngajibero kele nyawnya monsami mbesiring ning ko be kudo natila ka distract abena amanta kala patio da mala karore barabe kolandiro kala di time mialong wo masakunda fa manke UDP masakundati bawo ni nyini ka patio la nata ye wota bari nga cross ro fura na kabiring place tala dulato kabiring ye election o ke result sol bota ntefe tararo kira nyami fang amon fer katu nini mol den da kola pati dingol lem ndol nga kala sanji mo wonni fula ma ke non damma bar kabiring tararo nata pati dol wol kam fatal de kadu ni mo jogo ni mol den da kola tararo sita ye nibo minna ame wasa
alda malia tala bara wato al nena buka o al nena mo kenu problem ti nin tol nga fo ni molia fo you know alka balan no alka fo no adunda jana finta jana bar be for you to even confirm that
wala be ker yalon comme mola opinion fadara bar bitun tol be lawrin dami be lum wala to sotora party dol mi yalon party supporters on UDP wol you know comme ka mo kulu faso ka falkul tente ka falkul jay wo be jeto wo fol sol keta dami te kundingo nga wo fol cela nu mansonga from the onset ba bitum party du moklina ID bikata nte manke mo kuma bata UDP mu ordinary supporter do don bar nga wo sotaro jele ko ini mol denta e kelo minke nin talar wato sita ite mi yaron fo itela sembo wata at the time inio dila sinin shamo nin asifa nata nin aldenta kuda itol fanan sha bula no nyoyele bar almanya na alden fengola tala wato si ite tay si tati fo wole finti iman kontane o kam mi tan wala ade foro yatinyaaje ndela mirarot andum lota wolo singola kan
woti nyata jumala karola that's what I was going to say because President Barrow wala nyata nkot atele executive power soto kapalasol tala President Barrow leaders of the coalition atele mol appoint so the influence rise between him fire di mola fama di mola atele fault mu that should go to him
ya ko nga fo nyaming President Barrow he was presiding over a transition government je tonyala nin talar wato sita nyindol men yesoro mo safo ko President Barrow si je correct nore ya understand ba bitum ngajele kabrin coalition masakunda lota nyim patiyol be ko minita muru ita subu nga wofana lona minin nakita president wala kat ita muru ita subu
o ma tollet
wo mu UDP rat nyin kamala president Barrow mo safo UDP ya cele ko italem kabrin tara fon lafta min ngaso ya cele ko italem wato tabe diaring ko ya fo nyami wo hanala kujo UDP bi kala fafo I will accept the fact ko wala ketano bari ta fa meta nga gele fana minen hata ke jeto
mune ketaje
min ketaje wala nyenti division on ata nyaadil ne nyininka
division on ata nyaadil cuz woku maitale ya fo jangi ko it among the root cause long bari ya feel like o man sambe siring obviously
ka fasha
wala sone ada bari mune division on nati
jeban ko na bagge theory jamal le sotota dol ya emphasize ko ye Barrow youth movement jele ko is a political party in the movement o kamala ejiklateta dol ya jele ko ongul usen la luolu weekend campaign abe UDP ko to bambandikan so theory fulal la fintita je ne nyininka
na third one
amman ko intela
hara ñoo wax ne tam Barrow nge wax ne he has to be the flag bearer for UDP well before there's a congress or anything and you're an independent candidate and you're now saying that UDP suñ la defut fair flag bearer ñu la coup d'état
nga groupe wol fana wu gele wilta iko delon jugal jotna ñunu be mu theory le minano advanced okay mansa dum nabe siring aka kiliya la place to bake ni mansa do be siring ka mansa do kurkura kotodron abajala ko undermine na these are all conspiracy theories many along they were speculating at the time
Lamin,
but
there so I know for the 3 years thing I don't like to go there now because ntambitalale but since we're talking about the root cause of this issue so for example I think when we had AGM here we pushed her really katandi aloko but tonya man sami mbesiring atele bala sirang kang why would you even come out and advocate for Nenjo Osenu 2021 when there is a sitting president. But the argument from AGM and even other people that are not UDP was Barrow is not even supposed to be part of this argument. Agreement o minketa ni ko nga agreement o respect from day one. Iko President Barrow be mansayala sanji saba. And the next 21 after 2 or 3 years abe jilale election weke pour coalition partners will be a fair ground so to is fair and free so that they can all participate and the reason why barote bok duna je bayri incumbent lo and that comes with power so iba yelo ka tati tarlaje more ñunu damaye law and Barrow accepted those conditions before kabra gagneta 3 months nim party ya decide kataka campaign kela moye I think that should be fair enough why would that look like ibe mansane koto sinka
min keta jeto Barrow ni nyininka asonta wala in good faith katu wowe mimbe keri wo time mbela fala ya jameta tonya asonta wala but wo be kala wato minna UDP la party executive will be surrounding yalo nga fo ko what sotota UDP nsa fo tamuru itasu wo keri ngo kola fo cabinet setta on Usain nyol findita nan tuno ya start ka falin jere kadu on Usain fo sira jana ko nimmin ko 3 years ko take a be sambala kitiola
but that was after the
mina jere after government is already set up
yes
okay luala kasa banko samba nde as a lawyer niye satro landinya anin loi me loi leta Uncle Hussein was very right I mean for wala msilot
loi nyantata
bari saying ni UDP tamuru itasubu appointment on nata ngajele ko tolle place jama mara UDP la leader nyin lota ako say mbitani loi la ye ngamira kenyo la fa la futo kono kabondi wodu lalto ngalone nata da loi to mimbije loyal be alone Gambia jang ko nata da loi to the constitution stands andu ngalone kabribe agreement okela mini bebe agreement do fana wolo ne ko loi sanji lulla fo bar sanji sabo I agree ta wala say wo agreement okola ni UDP leadership nata ko momo je fo mbe sambala loi to ngamina for example fana say wo swala fana ya akata ka sembe loi la je nyinne ngamira ndiena nyininga jenko start ka bondi wolto agreement or principle to kata going
that is a good argument
exactly but then loi moy do wa loi bi tere president baro pour resign after 3 years loi wax ne mun tari
and this is about
why then again ñu delu wat ci lim wax su dé time bobu nonu UDP executive am nañ doole bu bari because president baro si ñom la boka so su UDP leader joggé taxaw ne 3 years buñ ko fi wax 5 years lañu dem ko fi wax ma wax ni lolu dafa jox president doole bu bari
def ko sukande ko ci loi bi
waaw ci loi bi mu sukande ko so légui yow man ma am suma agreement nga break lo ma suma agreement ne mun na taxaw lima d'accord ak nit ñi nga ne mun na dem for 5 years kon lutax duma wara mëna break benen agreement bi pour out place
no lu ci nega moy
ma ngay wax sa ci place yi parti Adama Barrow because su dé jox nañ ko doole be won ko ne mun nga break li nga d'accord sa nit ñi nga dem 5 years def ko ci loi it aye wut ko pour mu ronat
so my argument here
but based from there the agreement has become, if you ask me, a very nullified something.
Yes, Lamin, my argument here is so you guys, this is not even good for the president for us to say because Usainu said this, that's why the president does that. We did not elect Usainu. We did not elect Oli. We did not elect Fatmata Jahumpa, Fatmata Tambajang. We elected President Barrow.
Yes.
And he stood in front of the Gambians. Ako Gambian ulmanyina kela. So are we telling Gambians Usainu Dabo or the UDP was the one ruling Gambia?
Of course.
That is a very big, very big error in the kind of our judgment, thinking the president was not doing things on his own. People were running the government for him.
Absolutely.
That is not cool.
Fatou Minketage, a government can run in a team.
Yeah.
Ni manke dictatorship. Imu president remi along democrat or remote. Ninch dos in a cabinet meeting auto. Ite cabinet minister isa bondi bulu. Ngatamela silola.
Yeah.
So,
but the box stops with who?
I'm about to wrong.
The box stops with who?
The box stops with the president, of course. Okay, but you know, ning konga fo nyami 5 years concept ni nata into play. Ye loi push yeto. And president ye kali ko abe banko tamande ni loi la. Not the agreement.
Yeah.
Okay, so now kita wala nyama. Ngalong Uncle Hussein was a very influential person in that government at the time.
Definitely, yeah.
It's not among coming.
Among just any other person. Yeah.
Okay, I andung ngalong baristalem.
Yeah.
You know, andung saying lua nyika watu minarong. President is not above the law.
No.
Okay, saying na kita wanyama lua ni agreement o landi, and that agreement o fango kujama lebeje.
Yeah.
Kujama go agreement o kono mimange coming 5 years or damati.
No.
Yalo iko president hotel lola. Kama se anyi ni correct. Ye constitution provisions o minko Gambia din wodi ya qualification o soto. Asi banko nyine no amara. Sai wo agreement o jefana male e class tane. Ala right let nyata jitu. Malon fo minni ka safero at the time. Ye wol consider ba. Ba mo jama ka e ka ke 5 years or ka. but wo agreement no kono dula jaman la bije min yalon ay banko la loi fon contradict.
But that's fine because ñom ñoko d'accord.
Lamin I'll
agree to all of this. Ngana dami wala na kabrin oncle Ousseyn ye loi ma dron. Agreement no tinyata.
I believe nteni Olijang we always don't believe the call. President Barrow was elected with a 5 years mandate. I've said this openly 3 years time all the time. And we always said that. But Nima was the one who always said Fatou, she always disagreed with us. She always said, yes, President Barrow elect 5 years mandate Bari. Mandate I mean you government 3 years there. And we always argue about that, which is something that anybody can argue with.
Yeah.
But until I believe me minute ko natranko President Barrow a 5 years mandate so and that's a 3 years keno. So what is wrong in other people? Because mobile interest long. What is wrong with other people going and also advocating for their party, knowing this person that we wanted to do 3 years, until after 5 years old kela, so until we will go ahead and advance the interest of our party. Why should that be a problem?
Kabrin then the ground become free for everybody.
Okay.
And get off an operation where rights to the party law.
Obviously.
Like any other Gambian. Coming back here in B. Party Jamal Lebenaka. So ground yang amunta ko kabring agreement no tinyata dron. It becomes a level ground.
Okay.
Anybody can
go anywhere.
NPP not all.
NPP not all.
Okay. So like nak ñu bëggoon xam comme que yow yaay the chairperson for NPP ci diaspora.
Yes.
So ñu bëgg xam what is their stance in politically ci biir diaspora in terms of support.
Diaspora is waratale. Andung ko miatina je kole ata pake. Kadnya jiwe noise be kabo diaspora.
A baby diaspora.
Miye wotina wala mienti diaspora they are living in advanced democracy.
Yeah.
Or like here, jang tol be karanga.
Developing
wala na nimmo dol ka for diaspora la diamo shiatale. Fa ke wonyama. Ni be sire America be Angleterre be Sweden. Be banku dolto. Ya je kuol ka ke nyameng. Aning jam fatara.
Yeah.
Bari mo jama veram be diaspora kami mira coming. Jamfana nyanta kela wo nyama wala mistake ko nyanta. Democracy is a process. Mi ala ka grole. It always stage of minto. Tumando banku dol ne mon dictatorship fama. So ila democracy grow very rapidly. Wo sone atale dan tol mi yalo sanjum wonen fula mo be ka diamu hani 6 kilo tay e problem osoro. So diaspora ikumata le fana. Katu ka fasaro ke e dato. Ika fasaro ke la fengoto. Kafu nyame isi la kodo ke dabe dame. So nyinka mola fo diaspora diamu dron. Bari min kumata je wolam diaspora ya jibe ko nyingi se young democracy ntolbe Angleterre nyame test and counter test tol la keta janembe fudala wodulal kelol keta la fan ne tuab du banku jamake they went through civil wars and all these things. But the good thing about it for developing countries like Gambia wolam be grow kan be looking forward to those bigger countries kelebukake fitina bukake ko ya land the hard way nyame wo kamana diaspora akumata baba wakele but ila diamo na gobeta rajele bawo ko ngafu nyame be living advanced democracy le andum dol kaji ko jamfana nyanta wulla rek ake overnight wonya so we atinala nyo sabo fa sia diaspora dan jang katu niwe diaspora ani ni futa ja kamera suto
ni tilola abe but so NPP alla lodula be nyaade diaspora kono bayri tonya President Barrow I think the only president me supports the diaspora kono 100% kamranat wato nkafola hani ko pasamba jawmi yalla wala the biggest activist
absolutely
at the first days of the president ne Barrow ma be mo be kana kafo no this is our government but few months down the line more started ke fangoje I think few remarks came molman content president or a few remarks to or and even discounting the diaspora's role in his elections. A lot of people ye fangoje wo konole bi atolbe muneke kan pour que diaspora Gambian soul ke natina president on la site
wala tina comme yedda Lamin fo kabirin president on ata kuta wato nganiel be kilinne jikol be wararing bari a jokol abe nyamen non a jokol ye pano londi e karasino keje ye dulino keje ye isanso keje ye jio keje bari bitung da was a unity for purpose mbe mu nyata no nyoy bar kabrin go purpose bota sai mo be yela political ambition also andung coalition across the world abukalabang hani Senegal ja okay wole yatina kabina kuma follow wata nganiel be killing auto na jernyal be mo killing auto asone ata molbul but kabin tara down the line agreement cool na ta here and there sata wolto ka fata wolto anda manke diaspora jam fatata nyami shay diaspora fatata wala nyam ite diaspora jibe ko biya be particular political party le fasaka NPP nak comme yalon parti kutolan parti do na lota for consultation or deke ali structure dum be sulol dum kan sign from the diaspora ngamirang chapter lole banku bankunto ngela within those bankol ngela executive body or setle wolle be kala under the general umbrella ndega mincha nga union soto US le Germany Sweden Angleterre fango so abe wonyamale diaspora akolatale kadu banku dol fango dol be je wol mu e manke tuwa coming e manke angale bankol wala tamandir nyal fango ning tuwa lual fatatal wol fanan kaje nyaale la ko anyanta kala ten ni nata lual todorong e bagela tamandi nyal fatatal ba bitu ite be banko min do lata ko anyanta kala wala nyama ite ba push la word direction wadna diaspora akolata ba kala ba ko min be damin to wala minti as chairman of NPP nim president kajara signafula kan lodula itande kadunga structure lole ko ka fo nga be sulol dunkan parti kutolam amang kulli folofa mashallah even though denana jamaala denano mi ay mo jama ki jofa bar bitu kulli ma ke folo be kulli ko to sa nga kacha ke diaspora la participation auto kad ni hakilo bakan komanto NPP nga bulo kafu COVID-19 tole ka donation okay in cash and hospital equipment wo sifal be laflaka wo bamandi bake o kamala mobilization obe kane funding miyalon amanda ke MPP damati because niamo MPP Gambia la ning Gambia sotota dron NPP be Gambia la kono so mbuka discriminate coming anyanta ta ke partiyo ko damal ko banko la ko fon ben fengo ben fambo kam fento le ka fendu ndiji partiyo la karola nak ku jamal be kering ko nga fo nyam parti kutolam structure be mambal lo de la follow jambe nyami and diaspora be wala nyama but with so inshallah janne be kulli kala ron wol be kala miran kelen isaje from there albina kibal jama mola meni be featuring diaspora jataba jamal la bijere mon findi fo hani nga jataba jamal la nje min be kom fo baringe Ahmed Jite exactly
but lafta I want to bring something from that angle diaspora chapter in a relationship with the president ya fo ko ni president osita Alex Signafra Alkachata what were some of the concerns emi relate to him because recently of course na brother Ahmed nga ja fintitana kam fata yala ate khadar tala I always tell you Ahmed slow down but I think some of the concerns he raised, Ahmed is a die-hard supporter of the president. Mobe wala ala la fo president wala manke kuti min nuta. So somebody like Ahmed comes out and say you guys are not that connected to the president. Nothing nanko president obukal anything honor from the diaspora team. Nothing dako and something he said that was very striking. Halifa Sallah ikaje ila party platform motor every time he also said UDP leader ikaje ila party platform motor le mama kande CA and everything to nyala nyunme president banku nyuno la but atol fana me banku nyuno 2021 next time so these were concerns me alongo when he raised it they were genuine concerns kabrite na any president ngo mukachale ke ko dol to me alongo these were concerns that he raised and very genuine concerns.
Thank you very much ngamira mfutata jan 3 days otole ntara nyowi ka hakala berola from there nga tilifula sababu la ntara base nim president opportunity so ka discourse at mankunda that was the first complaint nga milanda ko but mimbije MPP ko nga fonya parti denano even though denano mi ya parti dola Allah size warate di
ale moldi jande
so bar bitum amad be wofla time moment atara nim president ya kacha bari mimbije nyim party dol mi ye for GDC UDP and other parties immediately they were in existence for sanji sabanan okay kuwa kuma follow for ngatangole so and at the time mi along han structure be diaspora ko nga fo nyam ben sulo le dunkan and side consultation of diaspora do be je entekatra funo to up to about 12 midnight various individual many along ngaji ko na fasa lalem ni we nyola wobuka bay ko kuna kuma dula bari ngala hit beto so dole ko from now on going forward that disconnect is amanke disconnected pa sefa comme information o buka futa modol la nyanta futa la nyaming and in the right channel min beje dol mantra connecting to that channel but information katraje katu dening ala sia kadiamule andu ning mokuma jamal min be patiro ni ka kacha soto but bitu akeda nyang diaspora hansa be mol ka fuka nyora nyin kamala ning na sulo man fu de be banko min do abekela ko you are left out wo kamala wo begen sontala wal bitum kata ku jamal leketa pour ka wodla final ning banyeke mitino soto just on that like I said Musa State House wo ko wala fanantum pour ka je bamandi and alhamdulillah wodla soltal
bobu de dina ne because nakala sen president sen candidate bi communication mom dulum buga di def
exactly
so pour ñi ko wara gis pour ñi ko wara gis
ñu ko laaj interview mu bañ fo ñaka ye
no yalo je fana akam ñen ka gambe nol dalta min na wala nin ko duta rek ya jamay bonde ay ko be nul fay nata diamuta dron mo be safa ko say man sa diamuta o concept ta gambe nol kono but ni ala government jabe ta nyami ndela miraloto mo be specialize la kenal leto ni yaje ko hierarchy of power modo ni jikitare palaso diala andu shonda ko ala palaso fale ila interference ka trawota manya na siala bake but ma fa manya na diamla but olle nata da situation dami yalon ko mol ka fo nyami ni man sa diamta dron mol ka lon ne kula keta okay but ni nata jibe kol be nyami nyin sa nyimu wanin fulo kono yaya mam minister kalamuta amam permanent secretary kalamuta ati na mira ko nyanta diamula akanale woran woyati na ni ya diamuta wati dol modol kasila barin katara na bungol la kono be ngunu la diamu nyanta kala bari shakanya nyin kamala ni timo so jikita min la koy bela do ko la diamu do te nyanta fula wol shakeno we continue ngamira la man sekunda ni ya fatata wala bar bitum gambe no dalta diamu minna e ba fra na finta diamu akaza kana diamu min fofang like in the case of COVID-19 abe mi min fo Minister of Health wo fo ba bitum Gambia no la fa praté lay diamu
yalla kam to COVID-19 Gambia ci liñ soxlon du lim don wax because lolu every day ñu don jot updates from the minister.
Yes.
So that is the responsibility of the minister.
Absolutely.
Gambian si liñ don joy most of the people that you talk to moy ne dañ tollu won fo xamne ci COVID we're seeing people were dying. So what they needed was the leader of the country to come out and assure people and say, look, we are in this together. We didn't even expect him to talk about numbers. That is the job for the minister of information. What we wanted was the president to come out and say, Gambian si li moy li nga xamne mo fe xew ñun ñep ñu ngi bokkalu nahar bi ñu ngi jale ñi ñaka seen bakken yep 1 minute rek la won
wow lolu amna ci solo je ku mata
so things like that is what we would expect
wonyanta kelal but coming ka fo coming dalilo min be complain jama ko mare wo culture la dunta ak banko kan ndalta yaaya la wala nyama ning ku keta rek atabe findira frequently very frequently ala ka presidential order mo la from state house ana te mam findi bari ni nyi masakunda yo wol manke wonya masakunda ni tamen rinyale ngalo ka communication or delegate le but masa nyanta diamula at a time when things are very critical. I will agree with all of you. Ko at that moment in time anyanta diamula and thankfully kabri molla concern nada afindela e mol address wo kumata bakale but comme molla fa ke nyamin ko num akake jang nyamin wo fana niake rek abe kelal ko be ye mol bulado ko wala wabitung imal lela le o
Surwal ka wala kumisa wa yabla.
Exactly.
Ni go diam watu wati bari.
Exactly.
I also say that for example Alpha Korakono ni mol deuta rek you look what to Hanin President Baro Lota Nyata amon fem fodrong wo akonofa. Oh my God, the president is concerned. The president is talking about this issue. You know, for us to even request for our president to speak to us means we value him so much. And I think they should I don't blame the president, I blame the PR team.
I'm happy that
because what that shows people are eager to hear from him. Because we care about what he's going to say. He's our leader. The sight of seeing my dad gives me relief. So more people nyama. So for him he's everything to us. Na ninkuketa na findita diamu tawarako I assure you all ko Gambia masakunda benyinki that sentence alone is a lot of
but nina rajibe fana
wo
finta diamu dol bache kan on political connotation katu nim president mom finta diam ita min ninte be banta ma dalilolo malo muna na mom finta diam there might be some other factors min ya lo ita ninte te wolon okay ye right shodo ka fa nyanta e finta diam barka condition o landi ko na mom finta diam be nyine kala
no
that is a step too far and niaji be wala nata la banka ke so je dolbe wo ko kun jangin banko e ka politicians wala mun na problem
that's wrong
so wala tinna fang kudol beje hannantra president ala wargal wala miyalon anyanta kala banko e ni politiko dunda kono don ibagele ka manendile ma fo president o manyan na kawoke ka dum molle wulte politiko president siran fon political siran
it is
politiko betara ko be ngafo ko munna nan dunda politiko politiko everything mo politiko hanna nyin siyo jam politiko so anyanta ka findi kadia and I'm glad ko kabiri mole concern range a findi la je address but nina rajibe wo mo kilingo mi yo condition o landi kabira findi adiamba ima acknowledge or anything they just disappear in thin air. They are working on their next step.
Yeah, but I can say that 80% of the Gambians, I saw people, the coach and others said, thank you, Mr. President, for coming to address us. So it seems like the most genuine Gambians were doing it out of good faith. Yeah.
Regardless of even political party.
That's true.
Yeah. Hanima jaino akang kana wo betema ta iba yele mandila maneri moti tinyaro kakije and ashata Gambia political to back nina rajibe ikafunya dile you know mo be ka satisfy no banko kan president we mi wo minke dole be sura mini be complain wo ga bay ba bidung president fana be ka mo be satisfy no along the line dole denta banko nyena ninga banko la interest jibe nga political bondi national issue kono to we will get there.
You'll definitely get there.
But political don't go better. I can have foot on it.
But then again, everything is politics.
Yes.
So it's difficult.
You know, what I would say party politics.
And it seems like everybody
party politics. I agree,
exactly.
But everything is politics.
And it seems like everybody is politicizing everything.
Exactly.
Now it
party
is.
politics. All equals.
Party politics. So we'll take our first commercial. When we come back, we'll talk about the NPP. 1 year into announcement. The NPP bete munuño announce munuño ngente nga am dom 1 year bete ngente wulo ko dom joju nak kañ lay ram mutuma la be abe munumala fay tama fay bori fay
dena no be munumala luma minna be wolu na football ok ay golos ko
wo buka keno de
wala be kala
golos ko de
an golos wa fatol lo Messi so nga force commencer break down ni nata dro se kacha la fa.
Are you thinking of owning your dream homes? EJ Investment is here for you. Secure our quality bungalows with 2, 3 or 4 bedrooms, or our story buildings 3 or 4 to 5 bedrooms at very affordable prices with flexible payment plans at our Sanyang Seaview Estate, where you can enjoy the cool breeze with modern infrastructure such as tar roads, covered drainage system, modern electrification with street lights, gated entrance with security posts, and social amenities such as gas station, shopping mall, medical clinic, park, schools, children daycare, and a lot more. Our dedicated team of professionals will keep the estate clean at all times, provide security and patrol team within the estate premises, install latest technologies such as CCTV, Wi-Fi, home network installation, solar panel, and power backup system. Also, check out for our additional home facilities and interior design service such as premium tiling, wall plaster, home landscape, fingerprint home lock, and a lot more. Visit our office at Senegambia Kololi Highway and get a free site visit tour, or contact us on 4464838. WhatsApp us on 3259220. Or you can visit our Facebook page or Instagram on EJ Investments. EJ Investments, we are first in properties.
Sampam deena déedéet daf ma yónni woon ma suyal ko bii waaw yàlla def mu gañe jàppoon $100,000 la la ilaha illallah te yow xam nga ne sama papa dafa amee cardiaque.
yow da ngaa dof yow xam nga luy $100,000.
xam naa ko kay man daal lu ñu bëggoon nga dimbali ci.
demal na nga def damaa toog rek sama xel mi ne ci yow xam nga bërki démb li daal si benn waay fee. waaw ma romb ko rek. bërki démb. waaw muy yuuxu di tëb. ma ni kii lu ko dal ñu ne ma daal ci loto gaming Gambie bi la laal.
jar na ko
laal na ci lu di. waaw
nga dafa am quarté am kente am tiercé waaw maanaam nag tey jii. waaw kente bi la. te jackpot bee passé. xaalis
kente mooy lan.
kente maanaam mooy juróomi fas yi.
waaw beneen bi.
am na quarté. mooy ñeenti fas yi. ak tiercé. tey nag xaalis bi daa gën a yokk.
lu tax
ndax jackpot bële dañ kaa tegaat ci bii maanaam juróomi fas yi boo ko jàppee ci ordre mooy risque nga désordre bi sax day fay. bu ma ko jàppoon
yooyu moom noonu la demee da ngay dem rek jiyee.
am na lu ma yaakaar
man gis naa seen kii yi keesku yu ndaw yi ci biir dëkk bi. mais daal dama ni lii moom amul xaalis da nga ciy def sa xaalis. te doo am
jël wecce rek sànni ko fa xool jëmbat la. laa ilaaha illallah yow li nga wax ni tey ji bu yàlla dogaloon ma gañe ko lu mu gàtt.
fi mu toll nii boo gañe woon $100,000.
waaw lu may def.
waaw nooy def.
xam nga yow sama xarit nga.
waaw
damay fexe nga rey say noonu.
ci nan.
lu mu gàtt $50,000.
waay.
Thierno. woowee l'ambulance.
lan la lu xew nii
sa baay gay dee na.
sama papa gay lu ko rey.
$100,000 laa ne ko boo ma gañaloon si li ma la yónni dama ko koy jox mu daanu ni sama kaw.
man waxuma ko mu waxee woon la ko noonu yow la ko waroon informé ndax yow yaa ko gañe. yaa gañe jàppal.
fay lempo warugal la si képp koo xam ne doomi réew mi nga ak ñu fi dëkk bu fekkee ne ci at mi sa koom-koom weesu na $240,000 mbete weer bu nekk di nga am lu tollu si $200,000 lempo si la nguur gi di sukkandiku ngir liggéey yokkute réew mi GRA mooy banxaas bu nguuri Gambia sas ngir mu fayeku lépp luy lempo ci biir réew mi ba tax na GRA di yëgal faykati lempo yi ne warugal la pour ñu fay lu ñu naan withholding tax on contract payment maanaam bépp contrat bu waay joxe te si biir réew mi la ñu toog kon xaalis si contrat bi ngeen nangutoo war nga cee wàññi ci xayma téeméer bu nekk fukka bu fekkee ne contracto bi dëkkut ci biir réew mi bu boobaa di nga war a wàññi téeméer bu nekk fukka ak juróom lii mooy lempo bu ñu naan withholding tax on contract payment lii mooy lempo bi nga xam ne yow mi joxe contrat warugal la nga wëlbatiku dem fay ko ci maakaani GRA tax office bu la gën a jege mbete ci banque yi GRA jagleel pour fay lempo war ngaa jébal lempo bi si diiri fukki fan ak juróom gannaaw bi nga wàññee ci xaalis si contrat bi amul benn contracto bu ñu teggil fay lempo bi xanaa mu fekk ne nguuri Gambia ñoo ko jégale boole si projet yi nga xam ne mbootaay ndimbali ñoo koy dépense GRA di fayeku lempo ngir yokkute réew mi.
Welcome back to part 2 Oli waxtaan bi neex na xam nga waa NPP ñoom waa NPP xam nga lan lañ yaakaar waaye xam naa li ma xam mooy yaakaar nañ lu dija NPP 1 year into last December la président Barrow surprise ñëpp ba mu jógee si tool mu ñëw Banjul mu ne Gambiankoolu nga bankoo taamale ndaatale naata bari Gambiankoole min fo ñëwolong nga nappati yo loo ning ala sonta NPP de nan kutolom ba announce la bi janding karisaba be patio lola to nya na understand anin COVID la benta COVID came in March and obviously nim pandemic ko mu fenneti mi alon ko everybody is dealing with it and dunia be long bari almost 1 year next year 2021 long election NPP mba moy la ko bureau yela janale bureau do be sera kunda do be bir kama president Barrow fango bita campaign la akam tabe Trump style ke kan say Trump bita campaign la no social distancing no mask launching of projects jana and you know if you're able to go and launch these projects you're able to go to do these massive programs why not launch your party officially mune be caring NPP mune keta ko parti yo hansa alman ko bon yo ko
min keta coming ni kon parti kutolam denana kuto wuluta andum kulli ba yalon amma kan kabara ni dingo soto sako ila taw inyanta kullila
so fa se wasanji kilinta jani be kulle wulinde
ha isa ke no sanji fula
fo ko do man so ban fo
ko do wo manke problem woti
okay
mun boda min kala mo dawlen COVID-19 we kuol murundi koma bakene and woman ke NPP damati ko ni nata jibe wala nan ko NPP ra nyin dena no ki jafaro warta kadu pati jamal le wuluta jang dena jamal le be jang bari mol bi ke dalo mola kulle kan na wanke NPP
hako
oto nyinna itandi ko MPP e mol shola ba ke yimba ko kan bari min bi je wolen COVID-19 le ko muta ning ala sonta going forward coming ngafo nyamin Kings FM coming interview COVID momano be wala jang wato okay tumondo modol kavo mona na president si finta betala kadula inaugurate national development amu process lati mi along COVID bijan aflota tubabu do min kije a siata bake dame economically social aspects but ngamirantela miraloto COVID is something we have to put our life around it because it's here to stay ka development process will only permanently thing I think we have suffered enough damage.
Lamin. So okay
go ahead.
The development projects do not have to stop. The president and his entourage, less than 20 to 25 people or even 50 can go at Ibero Lodo Kole Kumasi. Ni inauguration or sita. President Itaya inaugurate. But just like Imba Femfoka is signed Tendiko, Nimbang Kafengo be politicized. It starts with the president. If president is going to Nyomi Halakalang, Kafo Nyomi Koleko, Allah Silo Sanyi Keme Momado Kuntelabado Kulaja. I Nyomi be commanding. These are vulnerable people. Me alonko, the president opportunity means they don't have it. President will be Alaman Tankal Ninku Ketalas. Killing dunia la doctor obebe lola le ya jara mbadi ngol mimbe nyomi they don't have those opportunity we cannot expose people to the virus like that so politicizing these kind of projects Lamin
no
it's not good
they were not actually politicized
because I was diaspora na TBJ bota jana bosse fo basse na te mitindula everyone was there
but the sad part is that was during bo xamne ñi ngi nekkon ci bir like
no I cannot show you
ministry and social
I cannot show
if the president, his minister himself, state of emergency le impose molkang, business also, hotel also, family base iko musole moto flata, president o boss ol fandi mola samba nyomi kata campaign wala je.
Mbina kanje.
Okay.
Mbenu nyomi le. And niya nyininka niya jenko projectual manke political thinking. Just national development process. President Konga Funyamina, COVID is here to stay.
Yeah, definitely.
And we must move on. Okay, Ningo Sifal Bekela, presidential seat is a political seat.
Yes.
Nabe Unyama, Fasal Bal will be a kokela, regardless. Nim President Wulda, Haniko Alcanana, Ibinala. Yinkamala Mobika Jeko, Ikamin support Lord Besira, or I think I kid. Adunina Rajive, party politics from Dolka or Gehana Finta Alcana Brano. Wokatina, 100% man lafela political events. Na wulta ala fasa albar fanan ka kidi mandile nyinka mala wolmin ye party politics dunde je ke count na miraro to wala kera but hani kabrim fudara ngani information o ko man la fi fan na NPP motol je taji katu man la fi kaje ko event la mina la fra politicize but regardless party fasa albal yela on motol luasle e blatan nom ita fole go haral sey ni o ke wrong many fanan be party politics dinga ko to bidu ye wala ko sai ko ha president of indale mo sabale nata abeten wala nan ko mi o min nimam politique party politique ja kono dron bitalale hanni wo manke president hamoti bar mon la wulta e politique o dundije mon la fana wulta na futata sade o sade bi ko ya xame nyame president mu me bo banyo na beta basse 25 people mbade UDP ngolbe o fala mo le nyame diaspora for ngabe so bita wodo
and I do understand that Gambia just don't be politicized
absolutely
but I can just give you example mimbe kere America is the biggest. What is at stake is too much.
Absolutely.
Donald Trump nothing to thousands and thousands of people like Afindi. But you know what? Joe Biden was not dragged into that. Joe Biden always say, look, I am going to listen to the scientists. I am going to follow science. I'm not going to endanger my supportters. So sometimes it's about choosing of to just because small baby follow woman a president especially these were guidelines from his Minister of Health. These were guidelines from the Minister of Health. Business, I know businesses, some of our partners, from March, because of social distance observed. So, new over caring, President Fongola Department of Health issue, filming issue. I follow
COVID cannot put our lives on hold permanently. But Nimbo gathering too, there was a constant reminder because gathering really and truly social distance of the world but there was a constant reminder coming, let's stick to the health advices. COVID is real and it's here. And honey, prevention, they have some special measures. Alcohol minje crowd, a bayman je if represent bedami. Min be banta ite control kala note because the crowd was huge. But president enclose bedami, momum be dunaje, ye blow sanitize le, and they make sure we mask kodum.
So president was protected and his people.
Yes, not per se, but like Kuala for Nyaming, official people or many are Washington or working. What would they were strictly
Lamin, can we admit it was wrong to organize this large gatherings in the during a pandemic?
It was not even the intention of it. Like I can say, a man lafika politicize.
Okay.
But we do main kita jeto. Well, kawo hadika mask fenko nyindundi. At the time kabri kake ngamira emergency powers le adundi. There is no law in the country. Me along go be more arrest like prosecute ka for imam maskledu. Wo kamala a collateral ka enforce komoli adhere to the principles. At the time when the state of emergency was done with, police will find out lapse again. You understand? When you emergency power, you learn that I will regret. And near model jefang, a man different long what is the state of emergency and in like lockdown or other things. A collateral banko kane, but be coming Angleterre, for example, Nico and go lua nying observe.
Okay.
Ning lua tela mi kululu andwa kunator. Ni mo approach ko ba forcer la kerek. Afananga sembe lua la. Andungalon bi banko kan bi lua la katama. Ni muta bi lua te je min mi bal ko nyanda max show kala by force. Nalta the police station or ba fly ba charge la mo. So this become a constraint.
Yemul arrest Marseto, me along ko 6 to 6 years arrest Marseto because wala. But the president la IG la problem wala. The president wa and state of emergency le be no wato.
At the time, Kofi le put into place and state of emergency be carry no. But kabin president finta karani project ko jibe. Ñu do no mantra no in place.
Yeah.
You agree with you on that?
But state of emergency be no online.
There was a emergency. A banta like Janin president be wulla kata. Kofi ñim fanam banta kadunde futala jalungo mina wo samole ñu be banta.
No, Kofi le banta no, but state of emergency was extended. Everything was lifted just last week. Everything was lifted last week.
Bottom line,
that's why hotels and other things were not open. They were open just last week.
Bottom line, like this is like dafa am lo xamne we need to set examples.
Yes.
If the ministry like dañ nekk ci pandemic and then everybody is worried. So if they have put like processes and laws, definitely the president as the head of pretty much the country he is. ñëppay expect that he would go by that. Ken waxu ne development should not follow. Mënon nañu génné the state of emergencies ba paré ñu dem because ni mo ñëwé moy yow da nga tek sa loi ba paré nga break sa loi bé.
No, loi ne kuch fa won sa amuton loi
bu ko défé nonu. Ba paré like even laying
there was no law, like I said. There was no law in place.
Yeah, we politicized. But the laying of that stone, do life and death. The work can still go on without the president putting that stone.
No, those are...
And if we were in a situation of COVID, that could have happened. And then you continue. But COVID, right now, you get 0 cases. After 150 tests, then president can go. So it should have been measured.
Yeah.
Is it a priority? Is it a life and death? Do I really have to go and do this?
Like I said,
then again, how my internal
like I said,
policies, so maybe it was
like I said,
that situation.
COVID has already caused a lot of economic and social impact already.
Yeah.
Okay, to mitigate those circumstances, we have to move on.
Timing was wrong.
The timing, per se, you might say is wrong, but I don't believe it is.
Timing.
So, but there you are. People have their opinions and they are entitled to it.
So that,
But that particular mission was a national, issue. It's a national development process. Bohamantane, niti then she were on, banya dugal politics.
Which will help in 2021.
Yes. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Not per se.
Got you. Absolutely.
Not per se.
Let's move on. So going forward.
Yeah.
Lamin, so we have seen President Barrow rule us for 3 years.
Yes.
And he's seeking to another mandate in 2021.
Sure.
Why should we vote for President Barrow? What has he done in the past 3.5 years, for us Gambians, Barrow and Yinekeja and Yinat and Yenta Cartifa, Kato Afongo, I could not first election. Wo Gambian ole afanye, but in the election, Ndefangole Wokela, Mekukela Nimbongo can, what about in election? Barrow Muneke, na education sector to na health na economy to fo bi nyanta carte file 2021
ye jalo ye nyinu min be foten education health social life of the people abe be sembirin dula kilina
ola monti
bankola fanko
economy
anun kabra nata wo financial discipline tarajele 6.7% growth 6% growth hanin covid min be kering a projected 2% yelem bankola cosloti
projected or it happened?
That's what's likely going to happen. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Nying je opposition obuka je fu mole. Bon nyaji Angleterre mu Angleterre, America mu America ila economic power. Kelola karola. Mola social benefits. Mola ila anything. Bankola fankola kumata femo beti. Ni wo soto rek. Ima eka for third world country, second world country, first world country. Na economic power be nyatu nyami. You can classify wala nyam. For example, dun kabla na tawo directional. Mashallah. Wala na oppositional buka jema. Woto ni mu nyata demanding wrong. Bawo wobe wuli kan. Mbe sembo soto kan economically. Banko be wuli kan. Abuta ko wodula be ketu na be lari. Bara nyi sanji sabo.
Nganaje.
A wuli tala lota.
Nganaje. Oli fila ko de du si mom rek la ko wax. I said this to the CA guys fi buñ doon jox sen economic policies. So for me, the economy is not about stock market in America. For me, the economy is not about GDP be 6% or 12% or 15%. It's about how it affects me directly.
Sure.
President Barrow bimdon yo mune mani boto nim futata jang ya jame kabranta man boto akawa fi sai man boto wuli kilin kemelul ninte na tamba jindila le mani boto manji hani sai kare saba so nte nyin kan te mani boto jile sankaro I'm still not economically strong because it's not reflecting my life, and that's how so many Gambians economically we are still not okay because ntola businesses all and other people is run by power energy. Ngamira right now for maybe the power bank with no electricity for hours. You can go for 15 hours without electricity. This is affecting all businesses. Economically, businesses are going down because of war. Earning powers. Amantara groka. So if you tell me GDP is doing well, that is the statistics World Bank. I had the World Bank rep last week. They will tell you, oh, the economy is doing well, but I am not feeling it. You are not feeling it. You are not feeling it. So how is that a reflection of us as a people?
Let me tell you, economic policy do ke yake bi masakundato. Ite wola effect gela fo sanji saba sanji nani. Sanji tan. Okay, more do you mean mira come in person sida rek abe kabunal overnight aka time later some of the effect be min ke be feel kan hansai bi wolle kita ya jamera maraloto ni nyininka because coming ka economy wulindi ka londi e nyir min be fo ko nga fu nyamin a bebe sembere economy ni economy sotota nka julol min fonta pour kan nawek fond imagine ko abe na poso ko non kata don kata kake abe sonala nyama wala nan ko je ku mata bakere wala na journalist o len nyinin ka fo ntinga mi represent jaro baro is on the right track guy ha but ni nata jibe ni economy wul kam fanko be lafa kan ron se ku kenon fayel ba ni wonte bi Gambia la taw nyaato project jama nka se mendi demar balle bar bawo economy be fonction kan jiko be jere kat woto mfango la kodo len wote mi yalon nin comme nyomi hakalam project on kaja amam bo bantara banko mo bulu mankeje ndata na jibolo kono nga yasije be jede dala banko la fanko ka ke wala nya ay economic policy min landi bi wote mo la baluwa mala bi fo shama ye mani boto fan other things kabri nat masa kunda ya folo ko be je support la le comme ni business community anu ngamira ye tarifo nyin la fa
ye tax reduction kele on importation wosi fal munat na mar reflect on
people munat na mar reflect nung PPP jamano ikamwele ka for price control muna na sai biko wala
muna na mansoto
mi yadi na mansoto wala economic world global free market policy mimbe kering sai ini kajalal ini masan di martial ini be kajala borite impose wala na kabrin nung jame ka fo albalo na me minkia kata kamala na natina the policy on the free market policy ibika price will determine no ning tara banku dingol min kam marchandise o narfi mano nim farño ye wo hinante ya soto banku dingol ye bawe tarif tala itulle fanan nyanta lola wo reflect mulla palo bari itulle be laare ngokan e manso banku di molias ñina nal ma fi hanja
ok waaye léegi li ma wax mooy li nga fi wax yëpp mën nañ see d'accord mën nañ see ñàkk a d'accord waaye ñu bari ñu ngi mébét li si liñ doon mébét la boo ko ne expectoon nañ government bi dinañ teg ay factories ay industries yoo xam ne sun xam nga lu ma min sun xale yi dinañ si mun a liggéey ak façon yooyu yëpp am nañ 3 years down the line dégg nga la gis nañ infrastructure yi tali yi moom ñu ngi gis ñu ngi teg ay xeer ñu ngi gis ñu ngi suma favorite bi ma dee wax kiyang isi nañ leen lampa pool yaa fa waaw but like just part of development yi nga xam ne président bi mu fi ba léegi ndax yii ñu ngi si seen pipeline bi ba tey 3 years mënuñoo gis industrie taxaw mënuñoo gis
more about
factories
infrastructural
wow than actually to empower people to have jobs
hani developed countries private sector leka wo sifa jamake ye public enterprises also to jantole bari mim ka wo fango tamandi nya kolya nyim banko kan wala myenti comme nung ya mo la GPTC wo time o PPP nim mo dunta GPTC boso kono like a member of public aka kele ko fango tala what time on kara school boss or kadung kara banyon kana sere kunda school boss sirang katra empty rin ngasi kalola kan nang mo bondi parantero we vandalize everything because ika full mansatale okay ni be public enterprise yol nati la fana for isiela assessment okay the viability of the project and all those things and ni nata je African Bank jama nginna kati ne ka fail because hane mol keje ni mang strong mechanism to okay control project ko nyinga fail because ka jele ko mtante ikamara nyami ko man satale o kamala corruption jama ka dunduma because ka nyinne je ko wing ningata nyanta ta ba o mberta fe okay ni be project sifal natela for ye assessment okay ye viability studies ya ku jama le ba ku na dor e bi ka wuli do ko nga facture lo le nga mol employé ning ala me ke ko ab ko tambi sanje kele je be sorona okay ba ni nata jibe ko damin fo o liye damin fo public sector investment wakana no nyamina ni ibulo yele nya yele bantala bankole anim project individual company mimbe banko kono yana investment okay coming be ja oil be nyami and other these things investment friendly country wala ka wol natina isaje banko dum finance employment also through those things amanke coming mon secondary ka doko di mol Angleterre je ni afo percentage o mi yalo mon secondary employ it's very minimal.
Yeah.
And President Barrow government, I gave friendly back.
No, I'm a friendly. Let me come here because the reason why I say I'm a friend, I'm a young investor, right? In this country, when they give tax breaks to big corporations, they're investing in millions and millions. They don't give tax breaks to young growing investors. We are employing over 25 people. And we pay them salary. We buy electricity. We're contributing to the economy. Zero tax breaks. They don't give you any incentive as a young growing business. Down the line, 3 years, 5 years down the line, your business will go zero because the manpower you need to run a business like this, you cannot sustain it. Okay. And there's no support from the government. There's no economic policy that supports this kind of investment. And there's so many other young people like me and others who are going through this. You come home and you're thinking, I've seen people who have come home, they go back. Absolutely. Because they cannot do it. And the reason why is the unfavorable economic policies.
Policy, sure. Yalong 6-point growth for a year. 7% growth for and projected 2% growth. Okay. Ngamira, I was aware, Koibenun Diaspora.
Yeah.
Kabrin Kenya of government, Chida, in order you set up the business. Okay. Kawosifa Dial Tola.
Yeah.
For Ministry of Finance, assessment okay.
Yeah.
Ko mboto nyin kole amen kono. Fombe wokela no shine bang. Fombe lola le nyato.
Muna nga di modola woto.
Mbatude, mbina jele.
Okay.
Nantra ko kadia la shine. Ndenyi 6.5% growth shot on all.
Yeah.
It's not viable to do that.
Okay.
Okay, but niya jeko mbete momento. Badu nga muta woto funding wulta lora, economy wulta lora simfulola.
Okay.
You know basic possible no. I just don't want to go there, but I also got a business like you.
Yeah.
In the UK. Kabirin Fenko nat. COVID nat. We got some remittances.
Yeah.
But UK's economy, ngamira, be bambani more than the Gambia. UK min ken wala business sector B Gambia ma tagela ni wokera will go cap in hand baking again so ngamira ko albe bisal kan ni nyinika
Mambisa mbe kumbola de
ninta wala bisalo ninta meta
we are a breaking point
ninta meta fon futata wo point to alfona mbalta so bara atekela no science ni woketa ni 6% 2% o min kajeten wala tena so to la be munta ko economy betata triple bankol andu nyantale nga wuli nga lo nga start to move
okay
well bugon na xam rek xam na ne duga nga ci tuuti rek because government be right now bete Barrow is the president but we can still say ne bete am na ñu bari ñu ko bokal
it's a transition
ken neku fa
no way ba legi rek
li president mané
way ba tay
Barrow
dañ ko votaloon
Barrow is our president Barrow is our Barrow
on a coalition ticket understand nga
yes.
so come 2021 for example Barrow would definitely stand on an MPP ticket so that would be his party let's say Barrow happens to win dinañ just bëgg xam what he would do differently because this is his government now so he cannot say dama bokka I have a team
no I disagree
what he would do differently.
I disagree.
Number two, tamit dinañ bëgg xam rek nga just dugal more into strategies and policies that you guys have as a party.
I would disagree. Is a Barrow government. You know why?
Which one?
This one.
Yes.
No, this one. It's not.
Yeah, this one is a transition government.
Wow, I'm not sure if it's a transition government.
I disagree with you. I disagree.
It's not a Barrow government.
Which party is Amadba? It's not MPP.
Amadba is MPP.
Amadba is MPP now.
Yeah, Amadba is NRP. And
no, it's the you know the
minister said so all of them. Still have the Minister of Information said all the ministers are MPP.
No, we still have some ministers. We still have ministers in that cabinet
who are not
who were from UDP.
Yes.
And nobody can tell them they are still not UDP.
Who?
The information
minister said they are all MPP.
No.
He said it on record.
Okay.
That's my friend. He said it on record. Everyone is MPP.
I think all MPP.
But NPP government, I can tell you, this is a transition government.
Yeah.
Because officially, up to date, no political party is officially withdrawn from this government.
Yeah.
They are all partners into it.
Yeah.
And I get sometimes I'm like, why are people blaming Barrow when in actual reality they still want him to go by the term of agreements? No. Yeah, still I'm coming there. But even that agreement is flawed. None of them has the boldness to say, I'm officially withdrawn from the Barrow government, from the coalition.
Because they feel they're not there. There's no coalition.
Then the blame shouldn't be centered on Barrow.
No, that's why
this
I said
is
this is not his government.
And we should look at as such.
My question is, this is
MPP
not Barrow's government. That I agree. I'm not saying it's his government. What I'm saying is, come 2021, if Barrow wins, that is his government.
Yes. I think what he's trying to clarify here, that this is, because I'm saying this is Barrow's government.
No, this is not Barrow's
government. This is a transition
I believe it's Barrow's government.
So what would
Barrow
he
is our
do
president. This is his government.
But when
what
MPP
would he
comes...
do differently from this one? And also, young policies and strategies that the NPP as a...
Inshallah, with the advent of our launching, our party manifesto will come out and it will be clear to all Gambians what NPP government is going to be entailing of and the direction we are going to push this country into. But, Abetembo Minto, we have a test of some of the issues, will be continual. Nico democracy, more be. Ngamira ni ka jane fa democracy soto Angleterre bawo kabrin futara jang kamoje FM call ye president on nange ta SCA la
ko ntenen du sa
mo sival ni nyongol
ntenen du sa no ani MPP mol be ka sonka ni la jang iko barole democracy din tolla hanin teman so won
atele ya di mol
itening mobe Gambia be democracy mobe le nyikele kabiri lumine ya jame internet ol be sorong Gambia no se sino la bunko no takarte fayla Gambia no li ko no we don't care if ben fall people went out and vote because they wanted change. They fought for this change so hard.
Absolutely.
So collectively, Gambians fought for this democracy. I think that is something that we should not take away from them.
Let me
and Allah moli delta wala ninko baro mu neke drong matu. Ninko baro mu neke drong iko ale democracy di Allah. Hani de. Mo be le democracy ni de.
Mbatu rek. Bar jeto. Ye kare fay nung ya jame wo sifala nyama ngamira 4 consecutive terms.
Yeah.
But between muna na among democracy di.
But wala ne vote out this time.
Mbatu rek kana jele. Ye kare le fay jikita president barora ko ninga kare fay wo mol ka yema min ki anin tajirinti ya min be jango be bolal ona ta bolal
ha
tonya mol le yake bara sababu shinda president barole kadu bi asi banko tamandinole different from that but there you go ha but he's sitting in that power bawa man woto kedron oto alngala delo njugal
NPP delo njugal NPP ko nga delo njugal
ha atele woke
delo njugal president Barrow jeexna tak
kace ngala ma
president democracy
exactly
yes. And then apart from democracy what else
democracy damante ni naje nga kukirin krosi ning entrajo tatale kerewan mbota kerewan tata base security reform ne nyininka aya sulo du nyimbanko kam bakale ne nyininka non ne ya jambe wulla kata provinces ibika sojaron ni civilian ol bondi nyoto bod billahi fatu kabo bunya do nyin nyomi kata fo kerewan sojaro bebe loring wulo kono ibe tenkunding ibika mafo jibe fam even though there was that italo ni man sakata ka kenyam there was a lot of noise jubilations and all these things ibe lota tek ibe la doko wala benna kote ibe la kote wo nyine itandiko security discipline nying security reform minyarong thanks to President Barrow is taking shape in this country bi nung nka ika camouflage dune na ifindi ya ure bala nyisare kon kabri na danga wala follow test ngana camouflage kudro dune mfindita mo ma fo nye hok o ha so these are the factors many along civil liberty begele security sector be civilian la nyanto dikelan kulo ko na nimbunya ne nyini ka wol mu kulat mini along doman will get there nyin kudol fanan kaje mo nyake so bikawke comme infrastructure bari wol mol be fil la with time ko ngin civil men foy bi tajinte ya min kake civilian ol kan insafo amantra ke kan ko kadu ngaso jaro la moto ya nata pour ka dum ferie kono mol complainta kabrin diamo shade mutre findita andum sangol la nga cross this em ferie le so jaro le na ka mol la moto la findini tolta edu tonya so woya jeko wo security reform nying abe impact so kam banko kan ni nyine
security reforms most people feel it no because to start with economic is here so there's all this argument of dañ wara dem at waru ñoo dem because ñu bari dañ feel ne sun own security sector bi nekkuñ di leen jox seen cër because ñu ngi am fi army ñu ngi am police ñu ngi am paraay ñu ngi am yëpp but still ñu ngi te dëkk bi nekkuñ ci xeex nekkuñ ci fitna nekkuñ ci coow but we still have economic here ñu ngi extend seen mandate so loolu nekk na loo xam ne ñeneen ñi nekk ci security sector bi appreciate uñ ko then number 2 president immediate security they're not Gambians so
okay go ahead
go ahead immediate security me ay Senegalese lañ maybe there's Gambians in there
there's a mixture
but security president bi xëy na léegi lañ leen mix but at some point close protection bi they're not Gambian so yow soo waxee waxi security reforms sun gars yi appreciate uñ loolu gisuñ seen boppa si security reform ba pare another thing tamit loo xam ne gis naa recently ñu ko doon complain because bu président bi demee Guinée Bissau demoon na si army seen lifin fii am na barracks yoo xam ne président tegu fa tànkaam ba léegi
gisuma benn barracks sax
waaw so loolu nekk na loo xam ne so loolu nekk na loo xam ne definitely suñ toogee waa NPP di wax ne security reforms isi nañ ko nii I don't think ne ñu bari dinañ ko appreciate because definitely nga am army am police am yëpp ñi si mbedda bi ñëw di la seetal sa kër loolu doyut yow ñi si mbedda bi ba tey nga óolu pour ñu jegeeñ la yow óolu loo sa waa kër nga dem dëkki jàmbur dem seeti ñii te yow sa waa kër seet siwuloo leen dëgg loolu suñ ko seetee ba seet ko loolu
so ne security reforms the security ñing afanutal abunda afanutal you have immigration and all these things the soldiers the national intelligence ñu be mu security okay but niko security reform ila fa alondi la coming foreign soldiers all min be jandron ibe wrong na
no okay fofu rek we agree
foreign soldiers all min bijang ko nga fo ñi mo sa gunda mu transition period la andum kabriya jamme sita nga sojaro la mamang jella moy ñi banko every now and then jamala kita but touch wood wona no manke follow muna na molbe korondra pour e bojam bawo transition obija kadu ne ko ya fanyami nantra num transition ota fa banta nga NPP government la soto isa fa sai alka nyinu min tera yang muna bela kadu transition mantra kere but transition mo kula de mi alon ay bunda jamal la soto nantra o kayro be sabadi no kan kadu nyinu be janne There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, I mean, these are the transition government coming to think of it. It's not a transition government. A transition government is never elected. A transition government are select. Then they select. Then they elect.
No, why
so it is not a transition government. Maybe we have a transition process, but we don't have a government.
Imagine lual be drokan. Commission will be caring. Could all be caring. On the Yajame will be mantra caring. What an uncle transition government.
So I definitely don't want to talk about this security because if I get in, Lamin.
No, you're never caring. Security is part of this transition. And this
so why security sector are not very happy?
No, it's not going to be reflected automatically on all security
bodies. No, but these are things you have to happen. It's not like we should wait for 10 years to see the reflection.
Okay,
these are things you have. It's a work in progress.
What difference will it make if the ECOWAS forces are out of the country?
The same difference
the Gambians take care of our country.
Exactly.
Because the thing is, Lamin,
but
if
the
Gambians are still taking care of the country.
You know that
them being here, what
you know what that is exposing?
Well? Yes.
What it is exposing is this: the security service reform is not effective.
No. What is
if
reflecting?
It is effective.
What is reflecting is that there's a transition government going on.
No, let me say
and
because
gradually
the ECOWAS mandate was for 3 years. And in that 3 years, the security sector is supposed to be reformed. And once reformed, the Gambian security will take care of things going forward, as it should be. So the extension of the mandate of the ECOWAS just exposes the ineffectiveness of the reforms. Because if it was effective, we wouldn't need to extend.
It reminds me of one important. It reminds me of one important area. I was here for the 5 years march, and shortly after the 3 years, people were denied permit. And running the security sector, they are fortunate to information
Yeah, that's true.
That is just limited to the presidency or the Ministry of Defense.
Yes, that's true.
Okay, when those people knows that 3 years was the agreement, at the end of it, they have to do their assessment. Are they good to go or they can stay?
Yeah.
That is at the security level, not for you and me.
That's not intelligence.
That's not intelligence. Otherwise, if those people see factors that these people should still be here, and you have ordinary people saying they should go.
Yeah. What that exposes up to now, yes, we are not yet ready.
No, of course.
We are not yet ready to release economic because of intelligence minje.
Exactly.
What that tells me as a normal human being who doesn't have any security background is this: the security service reforms is not effective.
Of course, it's you cannot
because
unify
if it is effective, then
what I told you, that's all part of the security sector reform.
Yeah.
Okay, but Nina Rajive, a bit time later.
Yeah.
Because
the cardinal principles of the reforms, security sector reforms, is to bring confidence, is to empower the security, for the people to trust them, for the government to trust them, for us to be able to hand them over back our security.
Yeah,
if that all is not done, that means we have failed.
That is implemented through a process.
And the process is supposed to be 3 years.
And that process is still ongoing.
The process was supposed to be 3 years.
The 3 years was projected. No, the projected period is 3 years.
Yes.
And if you want to more for President 3 years later, projection shows that I cannot do this in 3 years.
Yeah.
I have every right to go for my full mandate.
Yeah.
The same thing is applying here.
The sector reforms. Okay. So let's talk about, you talked about other reforms agendas. Iko President TRRC London.
Mbota jen dunta watu no ikafole President Barrow mune Kenya. But really and truly, sai bika omoide.
Na mol ba foka nsa.
Ay mune Kenya. Woto wolman tama mom findi bin ita banko la karado.
Afonyeba. Ay mune.
Ni dunta bolon kono. Ya je project ko min be kekan je. Yalongo wol wo masa kuna be doko asota hannan tra
project juma comme juma
silo dokol nawek nde dunda nyomi nde mu nyomi gol
APRC gol ko APRC gol wolu ngaje Lamin tamba ko albe ya jamela project gol drong albe wala inaugurate
yalo be wo fokane but government is continuity
but can we also say go ya jame
bari biya be tembo minto hani nawek elen nawek bin complaining Kabring ibinakan masa kumbra miro la nati sita cabinet level
na du karen kana du wala
mina yalong na fa tembo minto bi nantra nung abe nyin condition of the man plans mi yalong they are on the way ka wo rectify
kabrin baro nata baro ko ako December ako masingol be nata le I have those tapes
ni nyininka
ako December kuran ko be man
batude yalo masingol be nyame
being kasira 15 hours muka kuran
to nyalam
Lamin itibe Angleterre I lived in the west itibe Angleterre I'm not expecting nawek
la ko
100%
nawek han kabin tenga mirako nyanta minikela wonto manke masingol
o munati
nga Angleterre yan Nigeria of recent
yeah
ibeta nuclear power la
yep
okay wala nan ko we are on the right start wo nuclear power me kaje or even windmill solar grids you'll be there option greener options than machine bal me ke natina
yeah
okay bari ni nata jibe wo be kunta mun ko na fanko kabrin jebe wuli kan on the president baro si jiko so ko lumbena ñun bebe nga jona soma project ko ja so mol lebe korontoring banku doko manke ko e wuli rek a betara tabulo kay lande fay process ta ñim ko kole ak wol mimba dobe je nawe nga sina saloto I na 2 minutes I feel upset bon nga min put into my mind wolam ko plans are on the way we will get there for more le patience ro ni ñoo nene domando mbe futala jela
kodo min ka dun nawe kodo min ka dun nawe aman dun institution to ñim banko kan
to nyala
last week I had the World Bank
wala ngo ni ñi ganna miraroto there are greener options mi nawe ci wol is a world venture nole
okay
kan ñu problème mitigate
légui man lima bëgg xam moy wax nga fi silo yi rafetlu nañ ko why sun health sector bi what is the problem
health
ni ngeen mëne tok di ñu wax sen project ci yoon yi ak infrastructure
wow
lan ngeen ñu mëna wax ci sun health sector bi because never ba leew but the health sector mom moy lool
health sector ni ñininka we have limited health infrastructure in this country and where tinale ni aje Angleterre ka jere coming every GP
Lamin why did you compare at Angleterre
yeah we have to look up to them because if an tarta ñu stage also
definitely
janning ka futa teng so you have to see okay we have a limited in human capital as well ni nata je doctor o min yalon ko abejang doctor ba qualified doctor ya jibe mo jël lay sa comme ni ba red la UK abe sialal but UK sa je maybe one GP is to about less than 10-15 people so human capacity capability is lacking infrastructure is lacking community dol be jeto wol ni futata je wol mamre kara lo plano fam to nyale bon ñun mu set back la di min ya long I tarta janne for quite a long time and nga jele government kabrinata Edward Francis Small is refurbished and near NDP fenko je plano ni health post jamal le be je min ya lo be upgrade la and han covid fang ira respond on this thing ñun be mu kula di min ya long more la fly case instantly. Honey, next 5 years, apart from this transition government at the Kela.
Good to the COVID.
Because it takes a lot time.
Good to the COVID. How much good to the COVID? How much good to the COVID? No,
they did.
Because we are talking about health sector. In terms of COVID, the first funding that came out, $352,000 was put into health. The rest was workshop, transport, reform, accommodation. So
majority of the time people share this.
Let's not get it. No, this was documents that were out.
Okay.
And these are it's not like we're making up anything.
And how credible
are
these documents?
It was.
How credible are they?
No, from the ministry.
Okay.
It was.
Okay, fair enough.
But then
we're
talking about, I think it was about 32 million. I stand to be corrected.
Okay.
But what I know is, it's stuck in my head. $352,000 was what was spent out of all that millions. This is the first phase in COVID.
No, why COVID, under that COVID, gis nañ ay ambulance yoo xam ne they are equipped to European standard.
You're talking about human capital now. If you give an ambulance and you don't have somebody who can fix the ambulance, use it.
Xam nga lu ñu def xaalis boobu noonu dañ dem jënd post cash jox leen seen ministers. The health sector was completely neglected. So this is what happened. In fact, they were complaining that look at small Gambia, what they are doing. Kerobu air cargo bobu land ci airport bi. The citizens were not happy because gis na ne Gambia luñ dugal ci sector bi. Ñom seen nguur yi dañ jël alal bobu jënda postcards for the health.
Hospital aspect is not about infrastructure.
No, I believe
infrastructure is important, yes.
Of course, and we are lacking in that capacity.
Infrastructure is the building.
Okay.
You know what? Sometimes we need to improvise.
Sure.
Sometimes we need to develop what we have. Some 2-3 story buildings. That is not it. Some kote amu dara amu kuko use amu ben njering.
I will agree with you if you said we should prioritize health.
Please.
Because it's the key to everything. Yeah. Why in the health sector, health equipment, they are very, very expensive.
I wish I know.
Okay, so the budget allocated to the health sector, if you want it to get X, Y, Z across the country, HEGNA is not even enough for it. So I'm glad that you mentioned improvisation.
Yeah.
And this is what we are doing.
So
this is exactly what is going on.
Yeah.
People have to be patient. Let's push the NPP, this NGP policy. There are some other aspects, that are mentioned for health sector. Why the fragile time only do elect?
So I do believe
the
that
fragile process.
I do believe that the Gambia did handle the COVID properly. The COVID response, I believe, was
very
okay.
Good.
I know there were so many other loopholes financially.
There
were so many loopholes financially. How even the payments to hotels and all the stuff.
So
very unnecessary stuff that happened. But generally, the response was good. But I think there's much more that is needed. Last week, the World Bank injected almost 30 billion, I think, to the health sector.
Yeah.
That will help a lot. But my thing with things that happen with these ministries is when 30 billion comes into the health sector, where do we put these monies? These are the things. When we get these projects, instead of getting equipments or refurbishing the wards or empowering the health facility workers, we are buying cars. Yeah. We are buying
office furniture.
Unnecessary stuff. I think we need radical leadership. And honestly, for me, the current minister is super, super radical. And I like that. But I think he doesn't have the support of his team. And that is lacking.
Thank you.
The truth is the Minister of Health, right, is a radical thinker. And he is very, very proactive. But there is a lot of internal fighting at the Ministry of Health. I know. I think there should be, but that is also something that the minister should work on. The minister should work on that. Yes. There is a lot of infighting there, and the minister should work on fixing that. Until that is fixed, our health sector will not be fixed.
People have to be courageous, Lamin. People have to be courageous.
What the matter of fact is here is, party politics. I would go back to there and reference it to this. In a situation whereby you have a Ministry of Health, you have a Ministry of Interior, you have the Ministry of Agriculture, right? A project like that comes to face, the fund is allocated. They said this big project is maybe in Shapo. And then the fund is directed to the project management. You end up seeing nothing, absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
You sitting down in the diaspora, instead of going after those people, you don't manage project Bobu Nono. No, you say Adam Barrow. This is what we are having here.
Well, you cannot go
Adam Barrow cannot be managing that project in Shapo. That is me, you, and our brothers and uncles who are allocated those projects. Unless we take politics out of that and see yourself as a UDP member, I will go after a project manager rather than the head of state. Then we will not go nowhere. This is the problem we have. A project is allocated our uncles, our sisters, and our mothers. When they do wrong, let's take politics out from them and let them pin them down on it. Last week I was crossing the ferry from Nyomi. I came to the ferry terminal. I sent a guy who recognized my wife. He said, okay, get the ticket for me. He came with a coupon. I came and said, excuse me, why should I have a coupon for my car? I'm not entitled to a coupon to cross this ferry. Why do you give me a coupon? He said, oh no, it's normal here. But no, I went back there. I said, I want a ticket that will show an official receipt from here. I don't want this coupon. If every Gambian stand to fight corruption like that, those who are corrupt will not have the ability to penetrate this thing.
But the president is not fighting corruption.
The president is, of course, passing.
No, he's not.
No, of course.
The president is not.
That's why.
Let's talk about that. No, let's talk about that.
Let me tell you.
It should start with the president.
No,
I agreed with what you said, but if you're talking about corruption, the president is not fighting corruption.
The president is fighting corruption.
set up the commission of inquiries here. The findings came out.
Yes.
There were recommendations. I personally interviewed the president, and I said, Mr. President, I think that was our second sit down. There's so many people that people are accusing in your government that are going to the commission, and people said you should let them go. Ning report of any of these people recommendation or mean for his exact words, I will mbakelel to the latter. But that never happened.
Okay, no. In your opinion, that never happened.
That's what the president said.
Okay, when the commission set up their report, where does it go? To the president, and then what did the president say? I'm going to consult the Minister of Justice on the matter, isn't it? Every individual case is different. Every individual case in that commission has merits different from the other. Okay, in a case whereby they say only lila tapale li, why we are weak in evidence, do you think the president is going to act on that weak evidence for gain Oli? Oli will turn around and sue the government for millions.
So in a situation,
no,
for
an
example,
ordinary person like me and you will not know that the president doesn't enforce that because there is big evidence.
No, but Lamin, the truth is,
this is the
for
problem
example,
with
Lamin, the president empowered people. These are honorable men and women.
Yes,
he
they do the
empowered
work.
them and they did the work. The commission was openly on television.
The commission was
for
not
example,
a court.
some of the people, Kumabo Ambe, Akumbabo Ndela, people that were connected that are influential, they stay.
Yeah.
People that don't have people in the system, they were victimized.
I understand your point.
Yeah.
And I see it different because I don't know whether it's my legal mind.
Okay.
Ntengaje nyami. Niko kariye nyine ke. Yalo ngol fana nyanda min understand wala commission o manke court.
Ha.
Yera kisi role ke. Jikita ko. Nsi nyina keno. Nga nyina je ko nyina keta.
Ha.
But wonin kiti ndiro man kilinde.
Tonya.
It's not a court verdict. Wala na kabri ala ndi president koto. Atata Ministry of Justice pour ka consultation ke.
Ha.
So dogo be gela tonak.
So ndira ko mi minti wolonko.
Ha.
Ndolbe latal ko. Yaya jammela taymo. Tonya ante fa onim be ajamena da ko fature nyinke enta kala. Na ko nyiko kana nyinke ay min fo mbole kala. Andu mo jama fanan nyun commissioner ko ne kaje. Ibe moldile tata state tata central bank ko do kamanang I malla fi kake. Ibe moldile kaytol sign I malla fi kake. I man choice to man hani. You choosing between yefa and warayake. That's what a lot of people were choosing between.
Okay.
So, no excuse for Fature, I excuse for Lamin. That is my thing.
Umbar. Wala tina nko for nibe disagree because it's maybe not legal mindlem. Nite woke, you act under duress. Luwa esilo le lande min ni te la punition of abe fatala.
Yeah.
Because you acted under duress.
Yeah.
Ani momi yalonko. Sedandaro ketala ko among act under duress ala nidia kana ay maf bankola na flow muta atinya. Kadu ni tata mon sakunda samaniko ngakele but I act under duress. Luwa be yang fo kelete nyame ani mi yen nyanyi ndo min fo ete clear. So nyunu bebe ko konole mi yalo banku dingol min be siri diaspora ning nyomi ning hagalan. Wol man gon dula faham ko. Man sa wuga wuli rek on a democracy. E bi ka fonte la fa kilati na ke wonya.
Tolbe nga nyim faham de.
Man si situation bi. Hal na d'accord ak yow ne ñeneen ñi wax nañ ne selective justice, but I believe the cases were not the same.
No, there was not even selective justice.
You know, people did say about
there was selective justice.
Cases, to me, cases were different. That's why I think recommendations should have been followed. Cases were different. At the same time, Tamit,
there are some.
You feel that Yaya Jammeh, when he says do, jump, we all would say how high.
On the duress.
Wow.
On the duress.
So if somebody can have a leeway for that situation, I think maybe somehow. But then again, cases are different, circumstances are different.
If you are going to prosecute Oli because you acted on the duress, it's not going to be waste of state fund because now I acted on the duress.
Yes. Yeah. So, but my thing is, if you are going to, who did not act on the duress on the Yaya Jammeh? If you are going to excuse Oli, you might excuse Fatou. But why would you excuse Oli and not excuse Fatou? That is my argument.
No.
And that's what we have seen.
No, party politics comes to play. This is what it is.
But
this is what
it is. I think because we would just go back about how we're talking about, let's say, the Minister of Health. Fatou did mention that the minister, I mean, he's a great guy. Yes.
Yeah, sure.
But I think people have to be courageous.
Sure.
People need to take decisions. It's not, and I would not agree with you when you're saying that come soon papa soon nijay lañ fa tek soon sisters soon auntie. We cannot hold them accountable. We don't have the authority.
Of course.
You know, the only thing we can, because wait, if we try to hold the president, for example, accountable for certain things, people come back and say, Oli lum fok mu ne dafa tok fofu di wax ne president so defu ni I don't have that authority. Wait harder, so legi at the same time nobody has the authority to hold anybody accountable apart from the people in ñi nga xamne ñoo mëna def lo. So for me, it's about people being courageous. Let's say the Minister of Health went on the National Assembly, talked about a little fraud or corruption. Man, I think it should have not stopped there. Man, I think him being the minister, he should have taken action. Another time, minister, I'm a state of emergency. The president and entourage knew them during that. I think he should have come out and say, the president lim def. Waruta defli. Not per se, but people have to be courageous. Like if we want to know.
But the reason why I'm gonna come here though. So the truth is, yes, for the minister to even come out and say that publicly, I I encourage that, because that only shows his frustration. But what he's doing about it, you and I don't know, because these are internal. I don't know what he's doing about it. But also, the minister cannot come out and condemn the president directly. The minister cannot do that. But the minister cannot do that.
It comes back to us being courageous then.
For example, Tay.
What I was going to say
it's just going to be like your workplace, right? If something happens internally, you would rather address it directly indoors.
It depends on what
so
is
you
it.
don't know.
No, it depends on what is it.
Not this like this. The president.
If we're talking about democracy, we are talking about growing. We are talking about accountability. We are talking about all of these things.
Yeah,
but people have to be.
I like that word, accountability. You know why?
Accountability. But I don't think. No, but I don't think the president, the minister,
because nobody. He said it. Nobody is above the law.
Everything is
nobody
politics.
is above the law.
Yeah. Yalo ngawo fojanenko.
Yeah.
Ko bem political. Wal kudol bije. A bekumal nga party politics bonije ni ajenko ay ko min for accountability nim fi ko kera ferry service ferry managing director for example is an opposition sympathizer corruption o min keta je ibika blame like Adam Barrow blame are you helping that department kata ba kala ninga ketro ibika nande no kata Adam Barrow no chances are he's going to use that political influence at a kukela corruption.
No.
These are the possible theories. Of course, yes.
But
you know, ning angal te department of minimum function. Ibikata prime minister noma. Ika kombino no direct ika ke woto ning je better wrong. Prime minister doko better is directly impact on the people at the grassroots level. Nka jele foko. Wo sifal accountability is important. But ye mol min bula project or kuna let them hold them directly accountable for those projects. Otherwise, chances are their political influence will be used to finish that place up because the president gets blamed.
It comes back to what I'm saying.
Exactly.
So it's not me and you and Fatou that can hold these people accountable. It's the people in authority who should hold them accountable.
No, yeah.
Those people in authority, most
There's
of
a
us.
process.
Yeah, of course, we follow the due
see,
process.
When
but
me
most
and
people
you,
are not courageous.
when me and you complain, then it comes to the attention of the authorities.
Lamin, how much you
It's a three-way process.
What you're saying, nobody wants to step on anybody. That is the problem.
It goes to the manager. If you blame Nani today, the president will say, Nani, what's happening? Di limo ne kadi hew Europe. Why fee? The ngajis no hamne no affair Adam Barrow masakunda makatamaka because NAWEC is a problem for NAWEC. You want to put that on a government that is a malfunction government. Fofula neka di point out. We can hold our people accountable if we pin down on duties. They owe that to us.
No, I think for me, I agree that we should.
Yes.
People that are heading departments or projects,
they should be held responsible.
We should hold them responsible.
Yeah, no?
But
if not, if I'm a political party sympathizer.
But if we should hold NAWEC Nani accountable, we should hold project managers accountable, the Ministry of Health, if things are going on, we should hold the Minister and the Director of Health Services accountable. But if the president makes political statements, for example, if the president make a political promise to us about NAWEC, we will get back to him and say, Mr. President, you said this to us about NAWEC, and NAWEC is still not doing well. I think those things are fair enough,
right? So the complaint has to be three-way process rather than from consumer to the head of state.
No.
When people who are entrusted are left out.
From consumer to head of state, do effective.
That's okay.
Because you won't be
So what are we then? But I still want to talk about the draft constitution. The draft is dead. This is one of the biggest. This is supposed to be the government's biggest achievement because this is the driving force of the transition, as you call it, the transition government. The reason why Gambians wanted change was
a new constitution.
We had a bad laws. A lot of people believe we have bad laws. A lot of people believe so many, even for the effectiveness of the TRRC. We have to change our laws. Like today, I'm looking at the newspapers 2 days ago, Yankuba Toure's lawyers are asking for the 1997 constitution because they know there might be a leeway for them there. If we are not able to, you are a lawyer, if we are not able to change our laws, TRRC we might just kiss it goodbye. And how many millions are we putting there? So a lot of Gambians were disappointed. Were you disappointed that the constitution did not pass?
No, I wasn't.
Okay, you didn't want it to pass.
In fact, I don't want this constitution to pass.
The new one?
Yes.
Why?
Because of Section 94 and Section 115. I don't agree with them that they should be in that draft constitution.
Which one?
Section 94 comes to the qualification of a contestant president. You have that provision there. It has clearly stated who should be exempted from running a presidency. Under that provision, Section 94, subsection 2C, why will the presidential pardon be used to let somebody off the hook of a conviction? If that happens, you created a loophole whereby if you are not careful, even if Yahya Jammeh is prosecuted today, all he needs is a presidential pardon and he will appear back on our political scenes. That shouldn't be there. That's a loophole. Some people will politicize this now, it's limited to Uncle Luciano. No, it has nothing to do with Uncle Luciano. A convict might not be limited to Uncle Luciano. These are our national laws. We should take politics aside. If Uncle Luciano happens to work in his favor, fine. But I can state in a diabolical political situation like that of the Gambia, it might not be limited to Uncle Luciano alone. President Barrow is the big man in that chair, and it's a political seat, remember. He can go for a political deal with any of the convicts, and he will pass through. Elect Koku Defanyo deal to contest in Lini. So, Lima our guy more in a bunch politics. Convict, they shouldn't give that loophole. But, you know, in my understanding of the law, the technicality there is that is an executive power. This is a judicial process. You empower the president, presidential pardon, the Friday Bala Linga Def. Punishment be. Why the indictment presidential pardon akayam form busaromi ya lekan akayam fe wala bari tumiro wo luale be bonde kan foita kiti bundalto wole bondi kola.
But this is the view of the Gambian people. Atolbe agree talako CRC kabire mandate dila pour eta Gambian nyinenka. Natara Gambian majority of Gambian ko ilafta nyinela. Why should that be the decision of 53 members kafako imala fi wala tina.
Bari maje wonya imurta dibitel kan.
How
is another process? You have democratic process lam. Bawe wo kele wo nyanta kelale. And wo constitution kono loi jamala bije ibetata kende ata. Bari ntefe nga fole mba fole la tung ye futo so refa nyinyata ye kenyota ya faije politically. Min joko section 94. Section 115 mena jetol. Me nambalanta jela. Ni hakilo bakang of recent honorable Alai Jawara I below men samba parliament. Pour ka falling. Ye UDP député je ka law ya lonko loi jolem. Bari ka for the timing is wrong, therefore we refuse. Sayana sembo di MP la. For example, ko anyanta ka député tombong president wele. In a scenario whereby President Barrow contested for 2021 and he won, UDP député bara cabinet tombona no nyadi. And abakela watila mi along abe mini select la. It as keno nyina mula first time to contest. It alone na van wala muna mula background. And gefana ye loi dira ko 45 days. Inyanta wala ta pour cabinet roset. Muna na 45 days. Ba oni etu awdu bankol je. Political party ol ni la shadow government le kana. Ni win the wrong is a easy change over. But ni ko député le ben cabinet no tombona. Ajoko football ko jota anal team ona reka no. All and janan tolle ba select le. Yemu yard still lecture to kafoko. Politiko te pilela woto kabrin tuma mina ngaje UDP député kalo e kafoko ha luab jola nyanta bolale but another time on that song therefore nga reject
so yeah Lilendewa it comes all to
politics must play
and it is sad,
very sad.
It's very sad in
very,
our
very
country
sad. But that cannot
we
happen in this country.
politicize everything. The reason why I'm saying this, you said this, we are a developing democracy and we are trying to progress. The reason why you see today in even America, you see a lot of young people are registering to vote because of the progressive agenda they're trying to impose on the government. And in Gambia also, we have seen a lot of young people interested in politics. And this new constitution is the most progressive constitution maybe we have ever got. I have a lot of issues that are also there that I don't really like. There are things that I think, I'm not very... Citizenship. I have issues with the citizenship issue. There are certain things I have issues with. Citizenship is one of them. And I believe, it's not properly done. Even the judges, the way the judges, they are packaged and all the stuff, I have some issues with that. But I still believe that is my idea.
Yeah.
And other people can have ideas because they consulted a wide range of people, and this is their thing. But even in democracies in the UK, in America, in anywhere, they vet appointments. The reason why appointments are vetted, for example, our security service reform, that brings back to that. If the president nominates an IG, it goes through the parliament.
Vetting, yeah.
The parliament vets the person. They ask the person tough questions. Just like today, this Supreme Court judge is going to be confirmed. We know it's a political appointment, but at least it went through the process, and they had the numbers, and they're going to confirm the person. Even though a lot of the liberals are upset, it's going to affect the Supreme Court for lifetime. But that is a process, and these are things me alonko. If we do not natara nunko, National Assembly man politicize. These are best practices.
Absolutely.
And that is why, for me, that's why every political party should work so hard to get their representatives in the assembly. Because if we get good representation, if NPP has a fair share, UDP have a fair share, if the president nominates people, and they bring that person to the nomination. We saw the process of the ombudsman. The first person they brought, people felt like it was not a good appointment, right? They debated through it, and they argued back and forth, back and forth.
That was a very good debate.
That was a good debate.
Very good debate.
And this is what democracy is.
Yes.
And they rejected it. The second person came. They argued, but they confirmed it. That only shows that is maturity. Why are we supposed to anticipate Nim president will nominate, they are going to reject everybody? I don't think so.
That's what is
That's
happening.
That's happening.
But what makes you believe
Yes.
UDP or DOI is going to control the assembly? For NPP, I told Malako, I told the National Assembly control the next election.
Not only that, but technically,
what
about the separation of our principles? Ñinu ko nga fanya ñing man sakunda sinkri bere sabol a joko elaboration pe nyama joko le soso kana nyofa nyokana soso ka ibika do sembenti ya tambi dola okay near section 94 fana vombe murajel the same technicality applies in law
ndemandami la wolonko the impeachment of the president I do not agree with that. The percentage is so low. The National Assembly, it's like they have too much powers.
They have too much powers.
These are some of the things I feel like but there can be amendment.
Exactly.
Why didn't we allow the process?
No, but they
should have given chance to the process
before going through the parliament. That way.
Yes.
But if
No. the parliament could have amended it.
Personally, I would have really wanted the constitution to come to the people. Definitely.
Yeah.
To come to the people, you need new chance. Why then constitution be it's a loi la. Yena loi ñu len entrench. Most likely su ñëwé mu déluwaat bi constitution bi man dama feel né drafters yi I would say yes they did
a good job. Yeah.
Very well, but dafa am yena yo xamné I think they should have done better.
Absolutely.
As a president and having supporters in the National Assembly, it's normal. Duma approve. They would not accept certain things to go through because they feel that it is targeting their government. And coming back to section 94 being our nekuñ pardon. Yes, no, ñene ñi feel nañ dañ ko def pour honorable Dabo, ñene ñi feel nañ du pour mom. That is up to people's opinions. Why then ñu ne ko xamne is in the civil service. Ñu dahala, ñu dismiss la, you are not eligible. Su dé kenn mu ngi demon prison ñu pardon la. Nga mëna eligible. Kon man tay suma opponent si as a president, mun na leen nappa suma déggé né ñi dé candidate bi faturé lañ bu galifin dama la daha.
Exactly.
Automatically, you're not eligible. So to be honest.
But is that an entrenched clause?
I'm not sure.
Is that an entrenched clause?
I'm not sure. But these are things that they have been pointing out. But my observation. And this observation is, I think, and I have said this even before the Constitution went to Parliament, I did say it here. I think the Constitution was voted on party lines, regardless of if they believe it is the right or not. We cannot have been a party. Doy mom dina len ne ñooñu dañ dé mëna no because so dégg ñu né party lines so gisé bés bi ma waxé won lolu that was biñ doon vote amna bill biñ doon vote everybody that was UDP voted this way then ma fi ma tok fi mané dama ragal né constitution bi dinañ ko vote on party lines so légui nga am UDP yépp ñu né bëgg nañ li nga am ñi nga xamné dañ leen affiliate ak Barrow naa si génnee doy because doy moom ñëpp xam nañu they have their own minds waaye nga am ñi nga xam ne
ñëpp am seen own
non waaye dafa am waaye yeneen parties yi dañ leen affiliate
just clarify that pour nit ñi am
non
so ne they have their own mind meaning ñeneen ñi amuñ seen own mind
déedéet lu ma wax mooy doy affiliate tuñ leen
doy is not independent that's what I'm saying when you say other don't have their own mind meaning ko model bi ke miro family they all think about
ama leeral li ma wax doy ñëpp dañ jox ne doy dañ dee demal seen boppa wante yeneen parties yi apart from UDP yeneen parties yi dañ leen affiliate to let's say ne Barrow lañ dee support loolu ñëpp gis nañ ko fi ñëpp wax nañ ko dem nañ so nga am all Barrow affiliated ñu vote this way nga am all UDP ñu voted that way man de suma constituencies and I don't know about other constituencies ndax seen MP because ñu ne they're voting on what their people want man suma constituency my MP did not call for us to come and ask us what we want ba pare ñi doon draft so did other MPs call their people and ask them if this was what they wanted ñi doon draft the Christian Council man maa leen seetaan ñu ne they start with the Muslim Council about this secular thing you know okay if they don't want the word there that's fine but let there be at least a statement boo xam ne ñoom tamit seen xel dina dal they submitted a paper to the drafters it was never there defuñ ko fa sax so léegi when they went round a lot of people have complained about things that they've highlighted even at National Assembly level and it was not changed so constitution bi dafa dem bi digga dafa mel ni it was very very political te dëgg la it's very good pour
I believe that's the case
it is very good pour parliament
so fan nga foog ne it was political ci drafters nga ci National Assembly
the drafters
man ci drafters yi laa wax
da nga foog ne drafters were political
yes
at some point
of course
that's serious only that's a serious allegation
yes
I don't believe so I don't believe so because there was nobody on that draft committee
no political let me come there
drafters yi ñoo draft if let's take the Christian and Muslim Council liñ binda yëpp dara bi ngeen ñëwatee you did not have it there ñu ñëwati National Assembly yéena yi nga xam ne highlight nañ ko it was not there ñu ñëwati ci cabinet yéena yi nga xam ne raise nañ ko it still was not there then ñu ñëw ci yenn pointers yi nit yi ñu ngi ko xool ne this favors a particular political individual or a particular political living man dama fi ne drafters yi and I keep saying this yes they've done a great and excellent job
but they were political
but I feel that
some degree of political
influence constitution is political say that clearly drafters were political you said that only that is too much
in some
I don't believe so I do not believe so
not all but in some man I believe that in some I believe ne man this is my opinion man Oli I believe ne in some of the provisions yes it was political
and I strongly believe in that you know why
politics I believe in 100%
politique enela politico nganiyolt okay ene nak you know kenn du ko day gis waaye am na nu moo doxee
no day defee mu feeñ
so at this it's based on that ne man nangu naa ne it's been politically influenced understand so why you touch the citizenship aspect of it and I want to come there I think their provision in that aspect is very very good because American context you automatic citizenship it will work for America very well because they have very secure borders
but we do not
have that yalo muna bekela tingo be mo mala Senegal ay
ay
wulu ay jang kayto soto ay ta Senegal kayto kono ay ta koran Senegal fa ko ay nyomi soto ana ka fa be mala
I don't know if I'm too traditional but I'm not comfortable with
citizenship shouldn't be automatic in Africa
why what is
because our borders are porous
yes that's true
somebody will come and have your so am living labor if I know washing suñ lopitaan rek jël suñ kayit ñu defal ko birth certificate he's qualified for Gambia mu dem dëkk Sénégal fa lay jàng fa lay mag ñëw claim citizenship back into the Gambia
and at the end of the day it will be difficult for us to control because we don't have the resources to be able to
why I'm not very living citizenship but wane nañ at any point boo xam ne soo fi juddoo sa parents if they're not Gambians would you at some point in time
I think there should be some flexibility around that
let's look at UK if UK your parents are illegal for example if you live in UK for 10 good years da nga am citizenship because tamit it's not fair
but you don't have citizenship direct
no after 10 years
after 10 years so far génnute
waaw loolu I mean if you live there waaw ñun mënoon nañu am those provisions
even UK bi nga xam ne it's not automatic
man I agree automatic bi amul problème but what I'm saying is ñeneen ñi nga xam ne tamit seen yaay for example fii lañ dëkk for the past 30 years sax understand nga doom yooyu suñ fi juddoo
in fact if you are born to a parent of a Gambian parent you
waxuma Gambian parent non Gambians lay wax
and I think also lim address even recent Ahmad Ba comment bi if it would have been addressed there, because it addressed that part.
Yeah.
I think section even 62 it addressed where
Section 62
Kofi Yaga for some years
is about the disqualification of a
but
president.
It did address this condition Ahmad Ba raised in the meeting. It addressed it there, so it would have been good.
There's a lot of good laws. It's unfortunate.
There are so many good laws, and there were so many other issues there.
Yeah.
But my belief is it should have gone through committee stage.
Yes.
If it comes out of committee stage, and for them as National Assembly members, let them look at it together and amend some of these things. We will all bombard them with our comments and our concerns.
Yeah.
Let them amend it. If they come out of committee stage and feel like they were not able to convince their colleagues on certain issues, right? Then they could have thrown it out. But I believe that they should have let the process through to that committee stage. That's my belief. And I think so many Gambians also believe that. Because it was made clear they could have edited it. It should have gone through that committee.
But then
football, you go to penalties. It's not the best judge.
Yeah,
but what I'll ask Gambians is a democratic process. And it has failed, unfortunately. Many are disappointed.
Yes.
Let's not lose hope on it entirely. We can still work on something like amendment that you suggested to bring good laws.
Definitely.
Whereby, I think the drafters also, they have learned a lesson in this context. Gambia neka to degabo hamanda, you can blindfold us.
Yes.
So, we advocate for that way. The country needs better laws.
Yes.
And that draft has a lot of
very good ones.
Yes, but unfortunately,
especially the media laws, and we have so many bad laws.
But
like
just before you them
addressed
just because you them fenen, in terms of being about bringing somebody to the National Assembly, I think that yes, people need to vet certain people. But then again, man, suma toge si seat of presidency, ma feel that nga strips my powers yep. As a president, dafa am loo xam ne dañ ko war a xalaat man li ma bugga li Fatou bugga yenn saa we need to look at the reality of the situation. Nit su toogee place yow Fatou tey fi nga toog nii soo fii leen suma xale yi dëgga ñu ngi seet nuñ maa lifine you'll be defensive. That is human nature.
That's human nature.
That is human nature. So yow as the presidency nga toog for example nga feel ne ñii dañ strip all your powers, even a managing director. For example, vetting is good, yes, especially to certain key living, that I agree. Well, I think as a president, president Gambia yep ñoko elect. National Assembly members Gambia yep elect ñu len. Ku nekk sa constituency ñoo la elect. I think amoon na certain powers yoo xam ne mënoon nañ ko bàyyee. Sure. Ba pare then finally man bi ma feel ne dëgga how man is entrenched or not. Pour ñu génnee George, for example, we need what 75% or so.
Yeah.
Pour ñu living president be wanna trigger impeachment. 50%. Let's say for right now, if we consider
I said impeachment.
But right now, if we consider the House, so you consider numbers in terms of opposition at ñi affiliate ak Barrow because Barrow amul MP.
Judges to
so
be
suñ seetee loolu noonu. Nañ mu demoon through ba yëpp dem bañ ko vote. Within 10 days, is the notion trigger impeachment.
So I do believe, definitely, I said it here. So the impeachment part, I believe, was not
very
correct.
biased.
But and also for me, the judges, the judiciary was going to be the most powerful in our society.
Yeah.
But even in bigger democracies, though, Lamin, you live in the UK, and I lived in America and the UK, and up to today, come BBB. This is what is in the headlines in the US. They're confirming the new Supreme Court judge. The Supreme Court is the supreme. They have those people are the most powerful, and that is why it is not supposed to be politicized.
Yes. And even
the reason why I have reservations about that in the Gambia is right now everything is politicized. Maybe that is our reality. That's why it's sometimes it might be difficult to do these things. But the thing is, judges are supposed to be powerful.
Yes.
Because the reason why judges are supposed to be powerful
is ensure justice.
Justice.
Yes. You will not favor anybody.
Don't favor anybody.
So
that's why judges are supposed to be powerful.
The security of the tenure of a judge is very, very paramount.
The judge is the most. They are
very important.
The Supreme Court judge is the most.
Constitution has a lot of good laws.
But
of course,
there's a lot of provisions. Your hamne. If you go deep inside it.
But only, I think also what we need to, the thing is it's a progressive, it's progressive.
Yeah.
It was drawn to capture international standards.
Going back to
it was drawn alongside international standards.
Again,
so I think what we need to also say, maybe because of our realities, we think it's a too high standard. But the truth is
not high standard, but we think it was a bit somehow personalized.
No, I don't think so.
Politicized.
So when you say the judge,
when
you say it's the judge, when you say what is politicized about the Supreme Court? No, the judges.
Okay, just put one argument which I don't agree with the person, sir. Mune judges. Wow, so which is lame to me. Why koku lolu moy thinking mune so gisee judges yi ñu protect leen ma am pour explain ko that is very important. So gisee ñu judge protect ñu doon bind draft bi ñu bari ci ñoom yëpp lawyer lañ so gisuñ dara lu dul seen personal interest.
But that is not true though.
They will not know.
No, which you know and I know. But not everybody knows that.
Yeah, but that's why
so dañ need pour sensitize nit ñi dañ need pour man dama feel ne MPs how man def nañ ko or not, but I think they should have gone back to their constituencies as well. Explain and learn certain discourse. Then so anyway, if that happened, I believe voting we don't demeni. If people really base the voting on what their people have said in their constituencies, we would have seen a different line of voting.
Sure.
It brings it to one argument.
Yeah.
It's been the National Assembly is politicized.
100%.
Because.
But again,
the National Assembly is politicized.
Again,
people believe, this is going to favor the president.
Yes.
It's not favoring our president.
So it comes back to did they vote
That's
the
constitution
on
this is
laws? They
something
voted on party line.
But I have said this even for anybody who wants to rule in the future. There are certain things. If you think you are going to be the next government, there are certain things. It might not just be for the president even.
Yeah,
because the next president, you are going to go through that vetting process.
That's why I said Section 115 is not going to work for us. Because how do they get into the parliament? Isn't it through politics?
Yeah.
Our parliamentarians are politicians.
They are. That's the house of
And
politics.
the executive is a political seat.
Definitely. The National Assembly
so
is a
one
house of
should not be
politics.
more powerful than the other. If you ask me.
No, definitely.
There should be that balance.
There should be balance.
But now the executive is like a toothless bulldog under this one.
Which nobody would accept.
This is why I disagree on that profession. Yeah. They should make amendments and try to balance the power in between these three organs of the government.
Yes, definitely.
And make some adjustments here and there. There are fantastic laws in that. And it will create yield and impact on the life of the citizens.
Definitely.
And I will tell Gambians.
But then, so if you're weighing the 97 and the draft.
Of course, the draft has a bigger power. But don't get me wrong, 1997 constitution can still be amended. It can.
It can be what we live.
We will have to.
It can, but we live. It can, but we
now
live.
It's up to the national.
Because you know why now? Because now, just you say, is the politics there?
Politics there, exactly.
The politics.
It is dangerous, Jim.
The politics.
This parliament, when
if we go to the reason why it hurts me so much that we are going to election with this 97 is the 50 plus.
But I think part of the reforms. No, I think
part
of the reforms that they can.
The first past the pool.
Yeah.
But then, Lamin, I'm not too sure. But
if
IEC, can they bring the provision to Parliament to see if they can do 50 plus 1 or 2 terms? Like.
Anybody can suggest.
You
can suggest a private bill through your MP.
There's still a possibility.
And then you see,
but the thing is,
that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be political
so
going
now
forward.
It depends on Kuneka feel which one favors you much.
Yeah,
better.
And then people are going to start saying, why would we do? We brought a constitution, you rejected it. Why are we going to look at you if you're lingapuka?
But that's the people there.
That's
so
the thing,
if they bring the bill, it stops at the
politics
parliament.
has to be there. Yeah. Politics, unfortunately.
But if a bill comes, it stops at the parliament, right?
Player. Yeah. Politics will be there. But if we limit it and put national interests, this parliament, the past 2 years, I was with the conviction that is the best parliament. But from the amendment process, politics started to play.
Committee stage up to now, there's no submitted report from any of the committees. So even the Ajami Parliament were submitting. To be honest, it's not the best.
But one thing I will say, it's not a rubber stamp parliament. That is not.
Well, that is up for debate. It's up for debate. But finally, Lamin, we have run out of time.
Absolutely, I'm going to catch my flight today.
Oh, you're leaving tonight? Oh my God! Okay, finally, what's your final message? 2021.
2021. My final message is, come to NPP. Of course, we have the best policies. We have the best package for the Gambian women and the youths, and with time we'll come out with these things. We are when it comes to coherent policies for this country to move forward, we are next to none in this arena. The rest we will lead and they will follow. And I would say, 2021 is just around the corner. Our baby is still being nurtured. We will make sure that he comes out. We'll do the naming ceremony that very day. He will stand up and kick the ball and score it.
Nyamina, alni UDP ni GDC la benyola barato to nyato nya.
Mbekukela wodo kala. Mbekukela nyamina.
Pati gis nga nyamina nak.
Nyamina. Ni UDP e molo ni jebe fole la deposito.
Pati UDP ko menta molo ko ben. Ko GDC
wala ba. Ya hari yalo yamimfo. Iko suloka fata banda baro dutola. Asoto nyale tai. Wole bori ndi jela. Ni mo sambaje be fole la deposito.
Thank you very much Lamin.
So duñ diga ci nyamina.
Nyamina wax nako ba pare mo ne ñom dinañ ko jël.
Dinañ jël nyamina dinañ jël ñomi. Jogal kel jarga. We will take. I was there.
Man demba dama talk myself.
I was in Nyomi. I was on the ground. That's like I said, that is my area.
Another campaign.
Hani mana campaign bari jebuna dulale ana antara nga public opinion o jele nyamina nyomi ma fa wokan mika suro sino balewa bari bitum we wait for the
result. Thank you very much Lamin. Thank you Oli. What to be jena program ya gana gudana way neexna.
Absolutely.
I think these are the kind of conversations we should be having.
Our doors are open in the diaspora. Like I said, we are a new party. We are still at the structure setting stage. And we make sure we present the best, most women empowering party politics. I promise that. What NPP is cooking will be next to any of these. Then I'm Kani, Forum, you name it. Oh yes.
Okay.
And what by bari like why nyun sunjian tebe pare. Then I am kana mom de kabini.
Thank you very much, Lamin. Thank you very much, Oli.
Thank you.
We do appreciate this, and I want to thank Nima Kinte, my auntie, for putting this together for us.
She's a lion lady.
She is. I see that she's your lion lady.
When I look behind and show Nima, May, and others, it gives me a courage.
Absolutely. But yes, you guys, she's doing amazing. We want to thank her for putting this together. And thank you very much.
Thank you too. Thank you, Oli. Thank the crew and everybody. You're doing a fantastic job. Media is very important. ñu nekk diaspora suñu gisee dégg dara o gis ko yanata.
Definitely.
So this is the fourth organ of any government. And thank God. President Barrow is not muffling you people.
No, he's not.
Very good.
But your supporters are, they attack us a lot. Tell them to stop attacking us. Thank you very much. Good night to you all. See you next week. Bye-bye. Good night.
Have you run out of cash power? Do you want to transfer funds to your family? Or do you want salary advance without coming to the bank? Your banking services have just been brought to you on your mobile phone. Download and install from your App Store or Google Play Trust Bank's mobile app. Simply search for TBL mobile app and follow the instructions. You can access the following services: funds transfer, cash power purchase, forex rates enquiries, mobile airtime top-up, mini statement, balance enquiry. TBL app is the only app that allows you to take salary advance and many more. You can also interact with your customers using our USSD code by dialing *533#. At Trust Bank, we bring innovation that is useful to you, our valued customer. With our mobile app and USSD, banking is at your fingertips. Trust Bank Limited, proudly Gambian.
Better and stronger as the sole ground operator at the Banjul International Airport. With an expansion in travel services, customers are assured of GIA's capacity to cater for all their travel needs, provided by professional, experienced, and ever-smiling staff. GIA's Hajj package and services, by far the best in the country, give the customers the opportunity for a memorable Hajj experience. For a more efficient cargo services, GIA means business as it launches its new multi-million-dollar ultra-modern cargo complex to revitalize and stimulate air transport. GIA, the pride of the Gambia.
Why did it? Why? I warula na. I xam na ni bu pare rek ma kontaan.
sama secret mooy ami tamaate jeeg balaa jonge day mun waañam ami tamaate soo ko defee si sa tooga da koy xonqal cuur jeeg bu koy jëfandikoo sa jëkkër du la musa mere
nijaay
waaw
baala ma tey dama naa gis añ bi
ey séeri xiif naa de
waaye léegi ma pare topp suma lii bi maa ngi dem yegg kaay topp ma waaw topp suma gannaaw
loolu de laa bëgg a dégg
Faro Company mi ñu indil bébé Mariam moo ñu indil ami tamaate
ey séeri sa benn cin xonq na
ami tamaate de moo si jaar
ami tamaate
waaw ami tamaate
moo ko xonqal nii cam bis ni ki tey dee naa la ami tamaate
doomi ndey ami tamaate bi nag léegi ku ko bëgg nag nooy def nag nga koy am bépp marché boo dugga bitik supermarket table yi bépp foo dugga si biir réew mi di nga am ami tamaate
Salut Pro Beats. cey kër gi nag xam ngeen ko di boutique buñ leen indil fii ci réew mi mu nekk fan ca poori Palmarima dama ne jëkkër ak jabar ànd ak seen doom ba dugg ca biir jënd ba baax waaye looy foog ne dafa seer déedéet kër gaa ngi nii kër gi moom lu baax rek la leen amal loo soxla rek am na ci biir kër gi néeg waañ yëpp am na ci biir kër gi cabinet yëpp am na ci kër gi waay kër gi daal boo duggee ca biir loo waral ree bi ree ji lu ko waral yomb gaa waral ree gi dafa yomb loolu moo tax ngay ree kër gaa ngi nii dara seero fi Beko di brand boo xam ne indi lañ leen ko fii ci réewi Gambia kana ko indi kër gi waaye itamit pour dem ci office rek ñu kóot la ba nga ne nekk tay la ba nga ne nag office furniture dañu am design boo xam ne dañ la koy defal ba mu mit nag sa corporate image brand dama ne kër gi daal moo ëpp lépp kër gi daal moo am lépp kër gi daal lépp loo soxla moo lu waral ree ji yomb jee tax ngay ree du waxoon naa la ko fii dara seeru fi yaa ngi dem ba baay di nga dellu si waat kër gi di nga dellu si waat ci kër gi